This is a presentation of OCA Media Sports.
OCA Media Sports brings you Friday Night Live. And tonight, the Panthers take on the Janesville Craig Cougars. We'll be right back with tonight's game right after these messages.
At Oregon Community Bank, our purpose for over 38 years has been to serve our customers. Our goal is to help them improve their financial lives with innovative banking products and services, coupled with unparalleled customer service. Doing banking the right way, bringing our skills and expertise to improve the financial stability to individuals and businesses is how we have grown. We call this Feel Good Banking. So give us a call. Drop into one of our convenient branches or connect online at OregonCommunityBank.com. Feel good about banking again.
Thank you for the hydration station.
Thank you for the new soccer bags.
Thank you for the scorer's table.
Thank you, boosters.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Stoughton Hospital and the Ortho Team Clinic. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee. So the goal for me is always to see patients who want to get back to their active lifestyle. The techniques that I use now allow patients to return back to the activities, including sports, faster than ever before.
This program is made possible with the funding from our generous sponsors. Oregon Community Bank, Feel Good Banking, the Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the Oregon community. The Oregon School District, actively building competence, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. Check out OregonBoosters.com for details. Stoughton Hospital, Oregon Urgent Care and Sports Medicine Clinic. Trusted care close to home. Torhorst Insurance, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things. Sonny's Kitchen, serving great coffee, delicious home-cooked meals, and award-winning desserts. Located in the heart of Oregon. Oregon Tax and Accounting, serving the Oregon community since 2001. See Jim for all your small business and personal tax services. Firefly Coffee House and Artisan Cheese in the heart of downtown Oregon. Offering fresh bakery, daily lunch specials, soup and salads, along with hand-selected small batch Wisconsin cheese. OCA Media would like to give a special thanks to the Oregon Youth Basketball for the new wireless camera system. Please visit our sponsors and be sure to thank them for supporting OCA Media Sports broadcasts of Panther Athletics. We'd love to have you as a sponsor. Drop us a note at ocamedia.com. You are watching Panther Athletics on OCA Media. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Send us your game day photos. Use hashtag OCA Game Day.
As always, by my broadcast partner, Dan Graychuk. Dan, great to be here with you.
Always great to be here, Zach.
A happy 2020 to everyone. I hope your holiday and your new year was fantastic. And this is the first hockey game of this brand new decade for the Oregon Panthers. They come in at 3-5-1, 1-2-0 in the Badger South, looking to advance a little bit. But tonight they've got a non-conference opponent, Dan, the Janesville Co-op, the Bluebirds, Co-op of Craig and Parker, coming to visit. And you and I were watching during the JV game, and Janesville's basically dedicating all their players to varsity, only 8 skaters on the JV side. That's a tough game for those kids.
It really was, and it ended up in a 4-4 tie. The Panthers were down 4-1. with about 3 minutes left, and they managed to get it tied up with about a half a minute left. But you could tell that there were a lot of tired legs on the Janesville side.
Looking at the varsity match now today, the last game we covered with you was December 17th at Stoughton. Panthers won that game 8-1. Stoughton really just has regressed a little bit from years past and is trying to now kind of rebuild. It's got a lot of young players working on that. But then 2 games while we were away, a tournament, they defeated Homestead 5-0, but then lost a tough one to Arrowhead 2-1. Arrowhead definitely one of the best teams in the state, a team that comes up again and again when you talk about the folks that are, in the top tier of hockey in Wisconsin. The Panthers, it still feels like this whole season like they're just about there and can't quite make that turn around the corner.
We talked about it at the beginning of the season, too. This has really been a rebranded team. New coach coming in, really looking to try and make a more disciplined type of play. In years past, the Panthers have always had a really solid blue line and a lot of speed. Their passing games were always impressive to watch. In the past couple seasons, they've had to really fill some of those gaps and change their style from being more of a finesse team to an opportunistic grinding team. And without taking lots of penalties when you're grinding, it's going to take you a little bit. And again, I think just like you said, they're kind of on that path after that tournament.
Their opponent, the Janesville Bluebirds, they're 4-6-0 this season, 3-2-0 in the Big 8 Conference. They've defeated Madison La Follette, they've defeated Madison Memorial, and they've defeated Beloit Memorial, and their other win is against Kenosha. That win was 19-0. I looked it up. Kenosha's played 5 games this season, lost by 12 twice, 14 twice, and 19 once. So Kenosha struggling this year. But the 6 losses, they lost to Middleton 6-4, lost to Sun Prairie 8-2. Sun Prairie, of course, went to state last year, lost to Arrowhead 6-0, lost to Waukesha twice 7-3, and then 5-4, and then an 8-0 loss to Northland Pines. So these losses are against quality opponents. For the most part, they're close games. This seems like a team that you definitely can't look past, and also for Oregon, it's an unfamiliar opponent. Very rarely do they play Janesville, and so both teams not really sure what to expect from the other.
Yeah, and that's always the hard part when you have a brand new team that you're not used to. There isn't so much scouting in high school. You do the best you can, but when you don't know the opponent, their system, their style of play, how they're going to go into the boards and how physical they're going to play, that's always going to take you a little bit of an adjustment. The good news is the Bluebirds have to make that same adjustment. So that's kind of a wash. I think in this game, when you look at what they've dealt with as far as the Bluebirds, Middleton is always a solid opponent, and they're never a team to look past, and they hang on with them pretty well. Sun Prairie, also a powerhouse. I think it's going to come down to goaltending in this game, and watching their goaltender, Cody Koss, in warm-ups looked really strong. Colton Daly seems a little more flexible, more of a flash goaltender, and I don't mean that in a negative way. He just really plays aggressively. Koss looks more of that strict positional statistical goaltender.
As we look at the stats for both these teams as well in terms of a whole team perspective, Janesville 4 goals per game, Oregon 3.44. Janesville 15.6% on the power play, Oregon 13.3. Janesville 29.1 shots on goal a game, Oregon 25.78, and 11.9 penalty minutes per game for Janesville versus 10.5 for the Panthers. The only difference that really jumps out at me there, the PK percentage. Janesville only 69.4% on the PK, Oregon a much better 88.1%. And with Janesville giving up basically 1 more penalty per game on average, that might be an opportunity for Oregon to strike.
It is, but again, they've really struggled on the power play. On a power play, it's really about the blue line. You have to be able to have good quarterbacks on that blue line to get that puck moving east and west and then north and south. And honestly, we've said it many times, since Hefty has been off that blue line, they've never had that same confidence there. It's not that they don't have the players that can do it. I just don't know if they have the system yet to use that wisely. So it's been a little bit of an issue. They've got to get special teams to definitely deliver for them in this game. That's been one of the things that have hurt them a lot.
As I look at up and down the score sheet too, the Panthers have had some trouble scoring goals, especially compared with years past. And as I look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Panthers this season that do not have a goal to their name. In contrast, for Janesville, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys who don't have have a goal yet. So they're getting more production out of more people. The Panthers, and it's not for lack of trying. We talk about it in these games a lot. The Panthers always looking to pass, looking to set people up, and yet they're having to rely on a few guys to do most of their scoring. Laszlo Oros, Colton Ayers, Adam Franken, and they're not getting as much from them as I think they usually would expect. And because the rest of the team isn't able to pot a few here and there, it's been hard to come by offense.
It has been. And you talk about the scorers that have really been lighting the lamp for the Panthers, but it doesn't mean that the other lines haven't had a lot of success at getting shots. They're taking shots. They're just not the same type of puck movement shots we've seen. You want to get that goaltender moving side to side. You're looking for those deflections, and we're not seeing that as much. We're looking at more of a puck control style offense where they're trying to get it into the offensive zone, control that puck, generate a cycle, and then get a shot through a lane. We're not seeing a lot of second or third shots, and when we do, they score.
One guy I'm really interested in continuing to watch is Kyle Rohrer. Kyle got his first goal in just a few weeks ago and had 2 goals within 40 seconds. I jinxed him on the hat trick as you chastised me on the broadcast, but he's now got 6 goals and 4 assists. He has just absolutely come alive, and he's a freshman.
Yes.
They've been pairing him up with different people, seeing where he'll fit in the offense. He's been on a second line a lot with Joe Romer, which I think has been a pretty effective combination. But it's nice to have that kind of young guy who's really performing well. You're going to have him for 4 years here, and hopefully he can kind of be a spark that lights this team up a little bit.
And I think, honestly, he's going to be one of the leaders of the team next year without question. His style of play isn't power forward. It's more Paul Kariya-ish, where he's got the speed. He doesn't have the size, but he finds places to be, and the puck just ends up there. And he's very, very good at predicting that play. He's definitely one of the best assets this team has going forward. And again, he just knows where to go. Colton Daly in net this year has really been good. The win-loss record is not a good way to look at the performance of the goaltending crew. And again, he has had to stand on his head a number of times and has looked really good. And he's, again, just a junior.
He is. He got a shutout against Homestead back on the 27th. While we were away for the winter break. He's also up. He's up to 90.7% on the save percentage, 2.53 goals against a game. That's a stat line I think any coach is happy to look at, and that's what I wonder. What do you think? And this is a tough question, I know, but is there some kind of final little bit, some kind of missing ingredient that the Panthers need that if they could get it would really kind of kick them up into the next level?
It's always hard to say because it always comes out as almost a criticism. But the one thing I would say, creativity. Think back 2 or 3 seasons when they would gain the zone and they would work a cycle and we'd see passes going to just all over the ice, and then they were able to completely confuse the defense, and they were able to walk it in. They were so creative and so spontaneous that it really made a difference in their play. It's hard to do that, though, when you're trying to be a grinding, more puck control, time of possession team. So a little bit more creativity and a little bit more freedom for your forwards and your defense to pinch. But the defense also has to be smart enough not to overcompensate.
Well, and that takes me into my next question then. Spencer Buskogger, junior defenseman, number 4 on the team, 3 goals, 2 assists so far, and he's a guy that likes to activate. And you and I both have commented at different times that he reminds us of Hogan Schultz from last season, who was new to varsity last season. It was his senior year, so he's not here with us this year. But he was a guy the first half of the season really seemed to have Are you looking for that kind of transformation?
I'd like to see it, and again, he's got a great shot. He does have the eyes of a forward. He just has to remember that pinch, or if you're going to play the body, you better make sure you're taking somebody off the puck. You can't put the body on a body just for the sake of it, and we've seen a couple times where that's left him odd man out. So a little bit more discipline and maturity there, and obviously Buskogger's got it coming. You've seen him develop as the year has gone on, so I do hope to see a little bit better play from there.
Awesome. Well, the Panthers, as we said, they're taking on the Janesville Bluebirds co-op team between Janesville Craig and Janesville Parker from the Big 8 Conference. So non-conference action here. And that's the next thing I wanted to ask you about. Following this game, the Panthers go to Monona Grove. That's a Badger South Conference battle. Then they're home against Edgewood. West Bend, then home against Milton, then at Monroe, home against McFarland, home against Stoughton, home against Monona Grove, at Edgewood. They'll go to Waupun, and they'll finish out at Milton. So basically the entire Badger South Conference season still ahead of them. But this year, you know, Milton is still building their program. This is only, I think, the third year that they've had varsity hockey. Still working there. Stoughton we saw kind of in a rebuilding year. But Monroe, Edgewood, and Monona Grove, all teams that, Edgewood and Monroe are incredibly effective, and Monona Grove not a team you can look by. The Panthers have a lot of work for themselves. What do they do tonight to try and set the stage for that Badger South run at the end of the season?
You know, it sounds so cliche, but it's true. You've got to win shift by shift. You've got to go out there and do the little things that are going to make a huge difference for you as you go. And it's the little things that make you successful. It's getting that extra stride with the puck before you move it, making sure you're getting across the center line before you dump it so you don't get de-icing, that you're putting a body on a body to make a hockey play, not a physical play. Those little things will make all the difference in the world.
All right. And then just one quick look at the Bluebirds then. You and I were watching them in warm-ups here because we see the Panthers a lot, so we try and watch the opposing team. Cody Koss, their junior goaltender, number 32, 6'1", 150. He's 2-4-0 this season, 11-21-0 on his career. But he's got a pretty good style, pretty quick legs, quick push. What did you see from him? What do you think the Panthers will have to deal with or that they might be able to exploit?
Oh boy, Koss seemed really fast side to side, really strong. Again, he's a positional goaltender. He's going to play the odds, which is very effective. To beat him, they're going to have to go high, that spot between the blocker and that lower pad, because his legs, he was working them so well. And again, real quick push-offs, real hard push-offs. I'd be willing to bet we're going to see that net dislodge a couple times because he really digs in hard. So they're going to have to make him move to beat him.
Alrighty. Folks, you're listening to OCA Media's presentation of Oregon Panthers boys hockey. We're going to head down to the PA announcer to get the starting lineup. Stay tuned to OCA Media. Visit us on the web at ocamedia.com.
Welcome, hockey fans. Let's get up and make some noise for your Oregon Panthers. Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Oregon Ice Arena. Tonight's WIA varsity contest between Janesville Bluebirds and your Oregon Panthers. Tonight's starting lineups for Janesville. In goal, number 32, Cody Koss. At defense, number 10, AJ Rosado. At defense, number 20, Carter Anderson. At center, number 13, Walker Koulas. At left wing, number 16, Jake Schaffner. At right wing, number 22, Caden Erickson. Janesville is coached by John Norman and assisted by Nick English and Daryl defense, a senior, number 6, Nick Bryant. At left wing, a junior, number 8, Adam Franken. At center, a senior, number 20, Colton Ayers. At right wing, a senior, number 24, Ben Weebles. Oregon's head coach by Ray Clemens and assisted by Josh Lair, Paul Vanko, Al Vanko, and Andy Barrett. Now, please rise and with your hats, face the flag for the national anthem. We request our cooperation in supporting the participants and officials in this positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments, or other incriminating actions directed at officials, student athletes, and team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Let's have a great game and a great atmosphere tonight.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on OCA Media. The Panthers boys hockey team taking on the Janesville Bluebirds, visiting from the Big 8 Conference. Dan, first drop of the puck, just like I always ask you, what do the Panthers need to do to establish early in this game?
Win the faceoff, get into the zone, and generate a couple shots, pardon me, with some screens in front of the goaltender. They got to do a better job this game of taking away the eye lines. That's something they have not done a lot this year. So they've got to get in deep, cause some screens, and get some deflections. That's going to be the best way that they can build and go forward.
Coach Larry Clemens is the head coach for the Oregon Panthers. John Mauerman, the head coach for the Janesville Bluebirds. The Bluebirds, not quite, and now we go. Bluebirds started off a little out of position, but we are underway, and the Panthers win the opening draw, send it into Janesville's zone. Long pass coming from Janesville, and I believe this is going to be no ice as Nick Bryan gets back for it. As we're early here in the first period, 16:47 to go, 17 minutes per period here in the high school game. 3 periods to decide the winner. We'll go to a single overtime period if it comes to that. Panthers looking to break out of their zone. Cross ice pass broken up though, and sent along by Janesville. They wave off the icing, and the Panthers will pick it up. It's Parker Schmidt behind his own net. Schmidt hassled every step of the way there, but the Panthers are able to slide that one clear before it's swatted back into the corner. 16:20 to play in this first period. Move it up the corner for Weedholtz. His attempted clear, though, does not get very far. A solid hit delivered that time by Colton Ayers, and the Panthers move it up the left wing side. Knocked out in neutral ice, and Janesville takes control. Dropped into the center as the Bluebirds work it up the right wing edge this time, coming the other direction. Panthers grab the loose puck and send it along. It's Laszlo Oro's up on the wall. A nice little move. Backhanded pass is just out of the reach, though. And with 15:50 to play so far, the Panthers just a little bit off here in the first minute and a half on the passing.
Yeah, their passes are just missing by a little bit, but they're playing a smart physical game. Every time they're putting a body on body, it's been to separate a player from the puck.
Buskogger sending that one up the near side wall into the neutral zone. Immediately swatted back by the Bluebirds, and it'll be Caden Peterson of Oregon that grabs it. Oros turns the corner and gives it to Joe Romer. Up to Kyle Rohrer. We talked about him at the top of the broadcast. Fights his way through some traffic. Nice turnaround, though, by the Bluebirds defense. And they send to the corner using linesman Dave Parter, friend of ours, in order to stop that puck up. And it's all the way into the Panthers zone. 15:09 to play here in the first period. Nick Bryan behind his own net. I do not believe either team has registered a shot just yet.
They have not. Neither team has really had possession long enough in an offensive zone to generate any kind of offense. Their passes seem to be a little bit off, and they're really trying to just control the puck.
At the blue line, the Bluebirds do hold and send it along. It'll come to the near side wall. Oregon attempts to chap it out there. Up at the point, puck's still loose, and the Panthers looking to clear. There's a nice tap, and they've got a one-on-one. Coming forward is Brody Barlow. Flips it towards the center. An attempt by Trey McKee, but he's not able to get it on net, and the Bluebirds control behind their own end line. 14:30 to play now as the Panthers cross it through the center. Parker Schmidt will dump it in. And Oregon gives chase. Barlow behind the net, has it stripped away, but the puck is still loose and coming up towards the point. Caden Peterson able to chop it in briefly as the Panthers look to get a change. Bluebirds chip it right towards the bench, and one of the Panthers goes onto his back. Now is able to get out and get onto the ice. That was Adam Franken that lost it going back and trying to avoid the too many skaters penalty. He does do that, and now he sends the puck in. A nice job by him.
Yeah, that was really touchy there. It's a real hard time to do a line change when you've got the puck coming over there.
Bluebirds grab in their own zone and head behind the net with 13:47 to go. Look to break this one out. Carrying it forward is Cullen Peterson. His cross ice, though, is broken up by Ben Outhouse and sent back in. Long pass for the Bluebirds goes nowhere. Sent back into the neutral zone by the Panthers, but the Bluebirds quickly regrab. Spencer Bauer knocked off that puck. Fighting for it now are the Bluebirds once again. They're able to get that one by, though, and fight it into the corner and into the Panthers zone. Attempt to drag around towards center, but that puck is going to leak into neutral ice, and still, we're almost 4 minutes into this game. No shots on goal for either team.
Yeah, anytime they come close to those areas, those good percentage shooting areas, it just breaks apart a little bit from some good work, but the speed is increasing.
And speaking of, here come the Panthers on the speed. Nick Bryan tries to wrap it in front and can't quite do it. Goes to the ice as he looks to get a shot in there. Up to the point for the Panthers, and now this one chipped out. Striding for it are the Bluebirds. Good fight for that puck. It's still loose in the slot. A shot goes just wide of the cage. Bluebirds trying to control it behind the net, but the Panthers do dig it out. 12:43 to go, and now here's Oros with some speed. Loses control of that puck, but it remains in the zone. Following is Romer, who's able to hold the possession for Oregon. Up towards the point, too strong, and out of reach. Nice job by Romer on the pursuit there to hang on to that puck.
Absolutely, and one thing, too, I've noticed that it's increased in this game is on-ice communication. They're all talking, and that's what they need to do.
Panthers try to break up a pass through the center, do control it in their own zone. At the point, it's chipped in midair, and the fight continues right in front of the penalty bench with 12:12 to play in this first period. Swinging over the top was Buskogger, but he does hang on, chips it along, and a good play with the hand to keep it moving forward. Puck still along this near wall. Neither team able to dig it out, and now here comes the Bluebirds. The pass, the shot is just wide. Tried to bring it back to the backhand and just couldn't make it go out of his reach, and still no shots on goal, but we've seen a couple of offensive opportunities now.
Yeah, they've come close each time. They just haven't been able to finish, and now we're going to see a good power play.
Delayed penalty coming. Tripping is the call. And so the Panthers will go on the power play. The tripping call is against number 13. That is Walker Koulis. He will spend 2 minutes in the box, and with 11:42 to go, the Panthers have their first man advantage.
And I got to be honest, I'm not a fan of that call. I think that's one that they should have probably let go given the amount of traffic in the corner. But here's a chance for the Panthers to take advantage, and maybe one of these guys can get a shot on goal.
Adam Franken in the dot for the Panthers. And we're just waiting to get the scoreboards set up. We say it every time, but it is true. These old hockey scoreboards have the worst human interface that you will ever see.
They really do.
Not at all into. It's not like you have an iPad where you just hit penalty or something. No. There's a lot of buttons to press.
I think it was easier getting a Saturn rocket into the moon.
Panthers on the power play. They win the faceoff in the Bluebird zone. Fight for it along that near side wall. but Janesville able to clear, and they get a fortunate bounce coming off of the wall. That'll come all the way down. Nick Bryan trying to get behind Lucas Vogt. Vogt's fighting for a shorthanded opportunity here, but now Oros does steal it away. Gives it back to Bryan with 11:23 to go. Minute 40 left on the power play. Pick off by Vogt. Vogt at the faceoff dot. Drags it across and backhands it in. Lucas Vogt, a backhanded, shorthanded goal. What a score for Janesville to start things off.
And that was just good hard work on the forecheck. They were just pressing hard, making sure that Oregon was not able to bust it out, and just opportunistic play and speed, and that's a power forward move to kind of go against the grain and tuck it in between those pads as a goaltender pushes across. That was just good hard work from Janesville Bluebirds.
And a power forward move from a guy who's 5'10", 155, just aggressive getting in there. So the Panthers give up the shorthanded goal to start. They trail 1-0 with 11:10 to play. They're still on the power play for a minute 26. As you hear the unassisted goal announced there for Lucas Vogt. Panthers looking to get some offense set up on this power play opportunity. Franken in neutral ice. Good cross ice. He finds Oros. Top of the circle. Face off down. A shot and a score! Oros answers right back. And the Panthers tie it at 1.
You know, we go almost 5 minutes without seeing a single shot on goal. Then we have 2 shots, 2 goals, power play, and then a shorthanded goal. And Oros is not the player you want to take that shot, and we're seeing a goaltending change.
And I had spoken with the coaching staff earlier. They said they were going to use both goaltenders. I am surprised that they made such a quick change, though.
Yeah, because if I'm correct in high school rules, they can't bring him back in.
I don't know that. We'll see if we can get that for you at the intermission. But either way, that is an early change. A nice shot from Oros. Goes long side. We'll get the assist call here.
Franken.
Adam Franken gets the only assist on that play. So the power play goal against the shorthanded goal. We're all square at 1 with 10:29 to play in this first period, and they have changed the goalie. They've moved over to freshman J.C. Campbell as junior Cody Koss takes a seat. Panthers now controlling their own zone. Buskogger pushed briefly, but hangs with that puck as he works up the near side wall. Chopped, and they managed to keep it onside. As they whip it into the center, the shot goes just wide. An aggressive attack from Janesville here, and they're starting to find a little space. And now here comes the Panthers with a little space, a 2-on-2. Trey McKee takes the shot and misses wide left of the cage there.
Yeah, he just ran out of real estate. There was not enough room for him to get the shot he wanted.
The puck is lost on the ice. The Janesville player didn't realize that it got him and ended up. And you hear Dan counting out, and we have a too many men. Yep. I believe we're going to get a too many skaters bench minor against Janesville. No, you're absolutely right.
I started counting out loud as I'm going, and the puck's there. And that's one of those that Oregon almost got called on. And I can't remember who it was. I think it was Romer.
It was Franken.
Franken, who just kind of belly flopped back onto the bench.
Yep.
And that's the kind of situation when that puck gets there and it's a quick line change.
Too many skaters. Senior Carter Anderson will serve the penalty, but a bench minor for too many men on the ice. And so with 9:41 to go, the Panthers get another power play chance. They scored on their last one, but not before giving up a shorty. So tied at 1, Panthers on the power play again. Colton Ayers fighting for that puck in the corner. Panthers do grab it, and up to Oros at the point. Caden Peterson works it down to Ayers on the near wall. Continue the cycle. Ayers in the corner with it. Drops it behind the net for Franken. Ayers in a good position. Sends it towards the net off a deflection and an alert save. Boy, that could have gone terribly wrong. It went off the skate of Vogt right to J.C. Campbell, who made the stop.
Yeah, and we got to see Campbell in the JV game that third period. And although he did end up giving up 3 goals in the last minute and a half, it was not on him. His positioning is great. Solid goaltender. And that was a nice save from him.
Minute 38 on the power play. Panthers control off the faceoff. Caden Peterson back to Colton Ayers on the near side. 9:12 to go in this period. Now it's Laszlo Oros winding a drive from Peterson, and that one's a bit wide left. Fighting for it behind the net is Rohrer. Franken comes up with it, chases it to the Zamboni door. Oros at the point now. Thought about a wrister, instead drags it down to Franken once again. He turns the corner. Looking for something. A great cross ice to Colton Ayers right through the net mouth. Deflection. Puck is loose. swatted towards the net, but Peterson will have it center point. Oros. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, they got to get more bodies in front. There's no screening. The goaltender's seeing everything coming in.
Franken to Peterson and now Ayers. They trade up as Peterson will work his way down. Ayers center point. Oros on the opposite side. Works his way down. He'll trade with Franken. Oros whips it towards center. A deflection nearly puts it in once again. But once more, Campbell alert to get these loose pucks.
Absolutely. It's great eyes. He's seeing the puck everywhere.
Franken drags through and can't quite catch up to it. Put it through the tripod of the defender. There's Ayers hits the outside corner, picked the spot, and just missed it.
No, that was a glove save off the tip.
He got the tip of that.
He got the tip on it.
Oh, boy, an even better shot than I thought. Buskogger down to Ayers again. 15 seconds on the power play. Puck loose in the middle. Held to the point. Buskogger a shot and a save with a rebound. 10 seconds on the power play. Ayers goes wide and takes the glass behind the net. Nice hold by Buskogger at the point. 3 seconds on the power play. He rims it down. Both teams are full strength as the penalty expires. So the Panthers get some great opportunities, but in the end, Janesville able to kill it off, however, slightly, and avoid the goal.
Yeah. But they are still pressuring. Again, Oregon seems to be finding their footing and finding confidence.
Romer passes it up to the point. The shot deflects and ends up behind the net. Nice reach in by the Panthers, though. Fighting for that one was Romer. At the point, Romer able to hold it in. This one comes down. It's going to be on net, so we should not get an icing, and I think wisely Colton Daly will just cover it up. It was 7:08 to go, still tied at 1, and we got a face-off in the Panther zone.
And the shot that came in across, that went off the tip of his glove. Ooh. Great save. But the biggest issue, and we saw with their last two shots, there was no traffic in front. The shot from the blue line, no traffic, he's able to see it. It's not going to help you.
That's the other thing we should say about Campbell, and maybe that's why I didn't recognize it. He's a lefty, so wearing that catching glove on the right hand is able to make that stop on what is for us the near side of the goal. Even 7 minutes to play here in the first period, tied at 1. Panthers with a power play goal on that same penalty. Janesville gets the shorthanded goal, and that's the score box so far. Big hit behind the net against Nick Bryan, but Parker Schmidt comes up with it for the Panthers, moves it to Trey McKee in neutral ice. Bit out of his reach, and the Janesville able to cross it up, sends into neutral zone, and trying to stride with it now is Schaffner, their leading scorer from the face-off dot, and a great glove by Colton Daly. Schaffner with 8 goals, 12 assists on the season. Daly denies him there.
Yeah, and that was some good speed coming in. The Bluebirds' transition game is dangerous. If they're picking up that puck anywhere in neutral ice, they get that speed coming in, and they're coming in with numbers. Colton came out nice and far, was very aggressive, and was able to follow that puck in.
Romer wins the faceoff for the Panthers. Caden Peterson up the wall. Panthers trying to drag it along here. Send it towards the point. A nice play with the glove by Janesville, and a great stick save from Daly on a shot from the point. 6:25 to play in this period. Panthers control in their own zone. Send it into neutral ice. It's blocked up by Janesville, and they'll control it there. Battle coming, and here's Vokes. He had the shorthanded goal, tries to get around his man, forced to the outside. Cross ice into the slot. Backhand on the back door, shot, save, and what a cover from Colton Daly. Got just enough of it. It's laying in the crease. He reaches behind his back to get the freeze.
And the goaltender ended up looking like a banana, bending over to get that thing behind him. He was in no man's land. He didn't know where the puck was able to get back and get that glove covered.
Great offensive push from Janesville, but an even better bit of goaltending from Colton Daly keeps the score tied at 1 as the Panthers try and clear this puck out. Holding tight on that far side wall, they'll drop it back to Caden Peterson with 5:56 to go in the period. Franken's got it near side for Oregon. Into center, off the stick of Ayers, but the loose puck, and now striding forward is Wiedholtz. Chipped, and what a hold by Ayers with the glove. Outer hash marks, now to the face-off dot. Sticks with that puck, but the pass is broken up. Panthers fighting for it in neutral ice. Stop there as they battle through their own blue line and send it back up the wall. Wiedholtz breaks free. He's got a little bit of space on this one. Launches a shot, but goes over the crossbar and ends up behind the net. Towards the point for the Bluebirds as they accelerate through neutral ice, and now they've got a bit of an opening. Drop it into the center. On the backhand, a shot, and just knocked away. I think that might have been going wide either way, but Colton Daly playing great. Here's Oros. Oros has got O'Brien. Bryan, a shot. What a save! The other way, the glove save from Campbell.
Wow. That was without a question the best goal save I have seen this season. He's looked good with that glove in the last game when he was playing, and that was the best glove save I've seen this season, Zach.
J.C. Campbell and Nick Bryan is right in his face. He collides with him after the save. What a job to stay home on that shot.
That was just impressive.
Incredible goaltending from both teams we're seeing so far, and that is why we remain tied at 1 with an even 5 minutes to play in this first period. Strong battle behind the net, but Spencer Bauer of Janesville comes up with it, lofts one forward, and he's able to find Vogt. Vogt has a man across, feeds it to him, and a great defensive play. And Parker Schmidt is going to get whistled here. They're going to call him for interference, it looks like, or maybe holding.
I'm wondering.
I thought it was going to be a check from behind, but that was not the signal initially. Well, as the referee comes over, we'll see Schmidt with just a late hit there.
Okay.
Holding is the call, so 2 minutes for holding, and now the first power play opportunity for Janesville in this game with 4:45 to go in the first period.
Yep, and he didn't, that he got lucky on that one, because I originally thought that could have been a 5-minute, but I don't think it was intentional, and now we get to see that Bluebird speed in this power play, and their passing has been pretty good so far in this period.
I agree with you. My first thought was check from behind, which definitely would have gone down as a major, I think, but either way, power play opportunity, and here come the Bluebirds as they move it across to the far side of the zone. Held there by Risotto. Drops that one down to Erickson. And across the ice to Gardner Anderson. A deflection off the Panthers, but Daly able to get it. Buskogger laid his stick on that one. Daly covered it, and the Panthers clear it out. 4:14 to play in the period. Minute 26 on the power play. We remain tied at 1. A shorthanded goal for Janesville, a power play goal for Oregon is what has gotten us on the scoreboard tonight. Little lifted pass, and they find his way to Walter Kulas. Kulas shoved off that puck. A nice defensive effort by the Panthers here. Got a chance for a clear, swing over the top the first time, and then pushed off it. You hate to give up an opportunity when you have a chance to clear on the power play, but they do manage to hold on to it. Risotto's shot is deflected wide by the Panthers with 58 seconds to go on the power play. Up to the point. Taking a shot from there, and it's covered by Daly. Oh, boy. Bodies are going to the ice. Both these teams, I got to say, the hit from Parker, not a great hit, but definitely, like you said, not dirty or anything. We're seeing a lot of physicality, but it's good, smart, physical play.
Yeah, and you could see Kulas on that. He was purposefully trying to make it over Colton Daly.
Yep.
And that's a respect play that you've got to be happy with. That, again, you're not taking a run at a goaltender. So, no, definitely what we want to see.
Now we had some question about the penalty, but it's because it was on the wrong side of the scoreboard. So we're good to go now. 50 seconds to go on the power play. The faceoff is won by Janesville. They are able to hold it at that blue line, rim it down behind the net. Buskogger overskates it. Bluebirds are going to pick it up on the near wall, send it to the point, get it to Rundy. It's off his stick and out into the neutral zone. Bauer turns around on it there. His pass into neutral ice, broken up by the Panthers once more. And now coming in is Vogt. Top of the circle, loses the puck, and a nice clean take by the Panthers. Alex Barnish will send that one all the way down.
Oregon is not nearly as aggressive on the penalty kill as the Bluebirds. And again, it's given the Bluebirds some good zone time. They're just keeping them to the outside and not letting them get those good looks.
12 seconds to go on the power play as the Bluebirds enter the zone once more. Top of the circle, shot is blocked up. It comes to Daly slowly, and he's able to cover. 6 seconds to go on the power play, 2:52 to go in the period.
This has been a really fun game to watch. Unfortunately, this season we've seen a lot of lopsided. This really hasn't been. This has been one way, then the other, and each team is having to make little adjustments as they go.
Two teams playing very good hockey, and as you said, very evenly matched. Face-off won by the Panthers. Peterson backhands it. 2 seconds on the power play, stopped and saved by Colton Daly, but there is still 1 second showing on the penalty, so Parker Schmidt will not be able to join them for this face-off. But the Panthers have effectively killed this penalty off with 2:46 to go in the first period.
And look where Risotto is, at center ice to watch for the guy coming out of the penalty box.
Exactly.
Smart coaching.
Both teams full strength. Swing over the top is lost in the slot. Just missing on that one was A.J. Rundy. Oh boy, Panthers go down hard. That was Parker Schmidt that went to the ice hard there coming out of the box. And he gets over and into the bench. Light shot in, loose puck is chipped, and it ends up off the pad and over the goal. Janesville up the near side of the wall. Panthers still trying to hang on to this one, tap it back briefly, but the Bluebirds will hold. Lead pass is taken away by the Panthers as they look for something to get it moving. Here they come the other way. Joe Romer's got Oros in the middle. Romer, shot, save. Oros just overskates it. Wine and a drive from Buskogger, and he hits this man in the ankle. Shot from Oros, Wine on the right side, but Buskogger's got it at that far point, and a high stick deflection. Panthers will have to touch it up, and Janesville will instead play that one. Both players didn't want to touch it, but the Bluebirds have it. That high stick deflection, that was quite something to get that puck.
It really was, and you have to do that kind of stuff every once in a while, especially when you got a goaltender making the kind of saves he is.
Minute 36 to go in this period. Janesville trying to turn it around and neutralize. Kulas losing control of it there, and it remains on the near wall. Caden Peterson of Oregon will have it. Turns direction, sends up the wall for Franken. Looks for the outlet pass. In center ice, and it's taken by Colton Ayers. Ayers has Weedholtz with him, but it's poked off his tape that time by Bauer. Working his way through the neutral zone, leads too long, and the Panthers with a great move. They've got a man cherry picking, but it's broken up by Janesville in the Oregon zone. They control. It's Erickson. Pushed hard against the wall. The student section loves it, but Erickson up to Bauer at the point, and Janesville still controls with 59 seconds to go in the first period. Ayers now controls, drops it into the neutral zone. Weedholtz looking to stride after this one along with Franken. Nice stick lift from Weedholtz to hang that puck. He gets hit hard by the trailer, and now turning the other way is Caden Erickson. In center ice, that loose puck comes through, and the Janesville does control it at the outer hash. The shot is sticked away by Colton Daly. 34 seconds to play in this period. A clearing attempt is blocked, but the Panthers control behind their own net. Franken there on the near side. Pass broken up and pitchforked back in by Rundy. And with 22 seconds to go, it'll be Nick Bryan behind his net. Bryan striding along, and now he's got numbers as he moves ahead. Taps this one for Franken. Franken looking to gather it up. Keeps pushing on this puck. 12 seconds to go. To the point for Bryan. 10 seconds to play in this period. Behind the net, Oros wraps in center, and it's broken up. Knocked away nicely by Cullen Peterson. Trey McKee with 1 second to play, and that will end a very exciting first period. 1-1, an even tie as we head to the intermission.
You know, it's a shame that we don't get to see this Janesville team play as much as we get to see some of the other teams. They are a dynamic team, they're a fast team, they're a creative team, and they are ridiculously talented.
Did you see what you wanted from Oregon in this period in terms of the things you talked about, the creativity, establishing a physical presence without just delivering a hit for its own sake, that sort of thing?
I really did. There was a lot that I saw, and it's really hard watching the Panthers and then a new team that is as dynamic as they are, but I did see everything from the Panthers I wanted to see. We saw some really great work on the power play, and if not for a ridiculous glove save, this is a 2-1 game. So yeah, I saw a lot of that. Penalties that they took are understandable, and again, that was just good hard work from two teams, and that's why we're 1-1.
We'll come out in the second period, folks. It is tied 1-1. We're going to take a short break. We will be back with you. Stay tuned here to OCA Media's coverage of Oregon Panthers boys hockey.
This is a presentation of OCA Media Sports.
At Oregon Community Bank, our purpose for over 38 years has been to serve our customers. Our goal is to help them improve their financial lives with innovative banking products and services, coupled with unparalleled customer service. Doing banking the right way, bringing our skills and expertise to improve the financial stability to individuals and businesses is how we have grown. We call this Feel Good Banking. So give us a call. Drop into one of our convenient branches or connect online at OregonCommunityBank.com. Feel good about banking again.
Thank you for the hydration station.
Thank you for the new soccer bags.
Thank you for the scorer's table.
Thank you, boosters.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Stoughton Hospital and the Ortho Team Clinic. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee. So the goal for me is always to see patients who want to get back to their active lifestyle. The techniques that I use now allow patients to return back to the activities, including sports, faster than ever before.
This program is made possible with the funding from our generous sponsors. Oregon Community Bank, Feel Good Banking, the Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the Oregon community. The Oregon School District, actively building competence, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. Check out OregonBoosters.com for details. Stoughton Hospital, Oregon Urgent Care and Sports Medicine Clinic. Trusted care close to home. Torhorse Insurance, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things. Sonny's Kitchen, serving great coffee, delicious home-cooked meals, and award-winning desserts. Located in the heart of Oregon. Oregon Tax and Accounting, serving the Oregon community since 2001. See Jim for all your small business and personal tax services. Firefly Coffee House and Artisan Cheese in the heart of downtown Oregon. Offering fresh bakery, daily lunch specials, soup and salads, along with hand-selected small batch Wisconsin cheese. OCA Media would like to give a special thanks to the Oregon Youth Basketball for the new wireless camera system. Please visit our sponsors and be sure to thank them for supporting OCA Media sports broadcasts of Panther Athletics. We'd love to have you as a sponsor. Drop us a note at ocamedia.com. You are watching Panther Athletics on OCA Media. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Send us your game day photos. Use hashtag OCA Game Day.
Welcome back, everyone. Time for the second period here as Oregon takes on the visiting Janesville Bluebirds. And Dan, we had a heck of a first period. A shorthanded goal for Janesville, a power play goal for Oregon, all on the same penalty. And that's where we're at, tied 1-1 going into the second.
And then we got to see some outstanding goaltending on each end. Obviously, it was definitely tilted more to the Bluebirds, but Colton Daly did have to make some difficult saves. And again, I think we're going to see in this period, each team is just going to keep building on what they were doing. And again, it's impressive to watch these teams make these little adjustments as the game goes on.
Colton Daly had that great one where he bent back behind himself to glove a puck that, like you said, he probably didn't actually know where it was. And then J.C. Campbell, I'm with you. That is without a doubt the best save we've seen this season. He's a lefty, so he's got the catching mitt on the right hand. O'Brien is going to collide with him no matter what, and he hangs in tough and makes a killer stop.
Many, many moons ago when I was in high school, we had a lefty goalie by the name of Steve Rist. I ended up going to state. They didn't win that year, but he was absolutely perplexing to every forward because you lose that advantage. You want to try and go blocker side, under the blocker, above the pad, but there's the glove on that side, so it takes some adjustment. And again, they need to increase the screens they're getting in front of the goaltenders.
We'll see who they've got to start out on the ice. For the Panthers, it's going to be Joe Romer in center. Oro's on the wing. The two defensemen will be Parker Schmidt and Nick Bryan, and I am not sure if that's Adam Franken on the opposite wing. He stays facing directly at us, so I can't see his number, unfortunately. But
it's got the build of Franken.
I think it might be. And as you mentioned, J.C. Campbell still out there in net for them. It was an early switch. I was surprised they made the switch. They made it right after Oro's put the power play goal in, and it is Kyle Rohrer that will be on the left wing side for the Panthers to start this line. But I was surprised they made the switch. But boy, J.C. Campbell has been equal to the task.
Absolutely. So I don't know if they just wanted him to see some more action or what. But as a freshman goaltender, a lot of skill, a lot of talent, but most importantly, great composure. And that makes for a great goaltender anytime. And we've seen that in Daly as well, where they're just very calm in net, regardless of what's kind of going on. And Colton Daly had to make that save where he did have to sneak behind him. And you know when goaltenders kind of go on their back, they don't know where that puck is, and they're hoping.
Well, and you said at the top that goaltending may well decide this contest, and so far that's been absolutely true. Both teams have had very solid scoring chances denied by some fantastic goaltending by Daly and Campbell.
Yeah, and I don't want to overlook some of the great defensive plays that we've seen from each side here as well. The neutral zone has so far not been controlled by anybody, and each side has done a great job of getting pucks broken up, taking away passing lanes, putting bodies on bodies. So again, they're having to make these little adjustments to try and adapt to the ability of each side.
I'm not sure what we're waiting on here because we've had everything going. You know, we've got the right number of players on the ice. We got the officials out.
There's a Zamboni issue. I didn't say anything at the first period because if you look, you can see it puddling up kind of along the either side.
Gotcha.
So they're letting that ice set a little bit, and I think it has something to do with our unseasonably warm temperatures we've had.
We have just had an absurdly warm start to our winter here. I mean, we had a week over the winter holiday where it was in the 50s for much of the week.
And yesterday was pretty much the same thing, but you can kind of look at the bottom of the left circle there. You could see that puddle, and that's just not only hard for the puck to move around, but it's also it could cause some issues. So they're just letting that ice set a little bit. So again, it gives everybody a little bit of a chance to relax, stretch out.
Well, we're fortunate here in Oregon to have a fully enclosed stadium down in Beloit, where you and I have been before. They have what is in essence an outdoor stadium. They just kind of hang tarps over a metal frame. Yeah. A lot harder to keep that cold. Now, normally in Beloit it's plenty cold, so that works great and saves you some money on energy. Thankfully here, you know, we just let the compressors run and freeze it up.
Exactly, but I think that's the issue we're seeing because they're going to those corners, and that's where you see that water build up, and that stops those pucks from moving. And I know you and I have played in Hartmeyer or Lake Hartmeyer,
yep.
Where that puck can just stop on a dime in the 2.5-inch water.
Yeah, you and I, the adult rec league that we've both played in over the years, used to make its home at Hartmeyer, now at Capitol Ice in Middleton, and yeah, Hartmeyer notorious for some of those puddles. You know, the first couple minutes of the period, try and keep it out of the corners to let it freeze dry, and that's just what the officials are doing here. And we're getting a nice mix, you know, staying alive.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting ready to go.
All right, so 17 minutes again here in the second period. We're tied at 1 after the first. A shorthanded goal for Janesville, scored by Vogt, and a power play goal for Oregon, scored by Oros. And on the face-off, it comes into the Panthers zone. Parker Schmidt's got it behind the net there, taps it forward to Oros. Controls for Oregon, a hard pass off the wall, gets it ahead to Romer, but he's stripped of it in neutral ice. Panthers steal it right back, Rohrer to Romer. He'll fire it along, and the Panthers will give chase. Campbell wisely lets that one go past. Janesville controls defensively in their own zone. Cross-ice pass goes just through the wickets for Oros and comes all the way down to the Panthers zone. Big stick lift there, but the Panthers do control. It's Nick Bryan with the puck. Now he loses it. Feed into center shot, and what a stop! And I can't tell if that was the defenseman or Colton Daly, but both of them combined for the Panthers. Now the Panthers the other way. Chip it along behind the net. Panthers pushing hard here with 16:10 to go in the second period, tied at 1 early in this second period.
Yeah, that was a great push we saw from the Bluebirds there, but Colton Daly got help from his defenders, and again, we're able to clear that puck.
Schaffner, who we didn't see a lot of offensively in the first period, his pass is picked off but immediately returned by Janesville. Chop it ahead, and Janesville will control behind the net. Try to steal it away, but Ayers has got it up to Oros with 15:46 to go. Oros sends a lead pass for Franken. He might not get there. He does not. An icing call against Oregon. We'll head back to their zone for a face-off.
We're seeing that more and more from each side here, these home run stretch passes, and I think it's because they're clogging up the neutral zone so well. They're looking for those breaks with speed. Most of the turnovers we've seen have been kind of slow started and then go. They're looking to come into the zone with speed.
Face-off near side of the Panther zone. Colton Ayers wins that one for Oregon. And behind the net, it's Spencer Buskogger. Battling for it along with Peterson. Buskogger does come up with it. Near side ahead to Wiedholz. Off the glass, and it's knocked out, and here comes Adam Franken. Franken gets past his man, but sends it a little long. And a nice cover by Campbell. Franken working hard to get after that one, puts just a little too much on it. And a good cover from Campbell.
And Franken's not the guy you want coming along that side because, again, he's got that quick release, but he always has the ability to cut it back in. And when you make that goaltender push off, you open up that leg and you can put that puck tweeters easy.
Ayers in the faceoff dot again for the Panthers. Wins it to Schmidt. Schmidt's slapper goes wide on the right side, and that one will be touched out by Janesville. Nick Bryan picks it up. And across to Schmidt as the Panthers look to set things up. Wiedholtz off the shin pad, and he'll follow it in on the left wing edge. Loses the edge, though, and oh boy, what a hit, and the helmet comes off. And I thought in high school that might get a stoppage in USA hockey, that would, but going over to the bench to rejigger himself is Colton Ayers. The loose puck nearly stripped away by the Panthers, but in center ice, they will have to fight for it again. Oregon, a nice tip around that time by Joe Romer. Romer, a sophomore, we've talked about him a lot, but we watched him play last year, and you could tell there was a talent there, and it is really on display this season.
Yeah, he definitely has that extra gear, a lot of passion, and he fights for that puck every second he's on a shift.
14:30 to play in the second period as the puck in the Janesville zone, but the Panthers have it. Joe Romer ahead to Oros. Oros around his man, and here's Laszlo Oros in the slot. Shot and a save by Campbell, and it's just what you said. He wanted to go between the blocker and the pad, but that's where the glove is for a lefty like Campbell. He makes another killer stop.
And again, Oroz is so talented when he comes across. He pulls that little move and he gets himself a little more space, and that puck almost got by him, but he was able to get it down on that pad. And again, great goaltending.
The senior man, Oros, nearly didn't had 2 goals there. That would have been his second of the night, but the freshman Campbell able to keep him out of the back of the net. But now it's Oros again behind the net, curls it in front. The backhander no good. On the back door, it pops up high. Roar lost sight of it. And now we have a whistle. Hand pass is the signal, so we will get a face-off. Close the glove around the puck. Oh boy, the Panthers, a great pass from Oros sets up a huge opportunity, but it ends up just spilling out of the play.
Yeah, when the Panthers are able to get numbers in front of the net, they can generate those shots. Unfortunately for them, it's only happened a couple times in this game.
14:07 to go as the face-off knocked to the rear wall. Oros picks that one up again, wraps into center. Romer's there, got it tight in the skates, tries a backhand. It doesn't get through traffic. Up from the point, Buskogger winds and just guns that one into the boards. Now here's Romer again. It slides off his tape though, and Janesville able to push it forward. 13:48 to go in this second period. We're still tied at 1 as Caden Peterson controls for the Panthers. Overskates that one briefly and sends it back the other way. No Panthers going after it though, and Janesville's going to grab it. Behind the net, it's Romer for Oregon again. Oros wants a long one, off the glove hand, and a nice play by Rohr. Can't quite push it through. Boy, Kyle Rohr with a great play on that one. Just couldn't quite make it work. Peterson, a good chop out of midair at the blue line, but in center ice. Janesville able to send it back to the Oregon zone. Coming off the wall, just out of the reach of the extended hand of Rohr. He'll go for the change with 13:13 to play. Janesville lofts that one into the neutral zone. It's taken by Kulas. He guns it into the Panthers' territory. Behind the net, Parker Schmidt's got it for Oregon. Ahead to Adam Franken. Up and out of play as 2 players come together, pinch it over the wall, and we'll get a face-off.
Again, you can tell every game it's like somebody puts a quarter in Rohr and just winds him up. And he's got that speed, and in 2 to 3 strides, he is flying. And that's what you want to see from your forwards is those 2 to 3 first strides are the most important. And we've seen a lot of that speed tonight.
Face-off is taken by Janesville. Trying to turn it around is Lucas Vogt. He had the shorthanded goal back in the first period. He's got it now, working his way to the high slot. Can't get through 3 different Panthers, though, and it's Trey McKee that's able to send it out into the neutral zone. Back into Panthers territory, and Parker Schmidt will have it there. All the way across for Nick Bryan. Nice one off the glass and towards McKee. No icing the call, and the Panthers will pursue into the Bluebird zone. Up that near wall, big hit up against the wall that time, delivered by Brody Barlow. Panthers do still have it. It's Colton Ayers. Drops it down low, looking for the pass. Back to Ayers. He sends up to the point. Panthers control it there. Now Schmidt, top of the circle. His shot hits traffic. Backhand attempt, no good. Second chance, moves wide of the net. 12-12 to go on a nice shot in from the point for the Panthers. Set up on offense, and they're trying to dig this puck back out again. Barlow fighting for that one along with Ayers. Comes towards Janesville. They've got it. Accelerating right wing side. Will tap and chase as Lucas Vogt.
Yeah, no, the Bluebirds needed a change there. They had some real tired legs out there.
Panthers get it back, but in front of the Zamboni door, fighting for it out of the Bluebirds. They've got it again. Bryan sends it up the wall, but Janesville controls. Loose in the slot, a big hit. And Colton Ayers covers it. Good shot delivered in the slot by the Panthers there to not allow a second whack at it from Janesville.
You know, some of the best opportunities from each side have happened when they've been able to get some bodies in front of the net. Then that puck starts bouncing all over. Real good chance on that shot from the blue line, and that's the type of thing we've been talking about wanting to see from the Panthers, is that blue line presence.
Off the face-off, the Panthers do control in their own zone with 11:38 to play in this second period. Still tied at 1. Both teams getting a goal on the same penalty back in the first period. Janesville's got it behind the net. Look to distribute. They send up to the point. Just able to gather it up, and the shot is blocked. And now the Panthers have it as it landed in Rohrer's sock, and he has it knocked away. That one landed, I think, on the tongue of his skates. He's able to take it free of there, but not able to generate the opportunity. Romer fighting for it on the near wall. Works its way back to the defensive line. Off the stick of Rohrer, and it's taken that time by Carter Anderson of Janesville. Moves it ahead to Risotto. Panthers looking to steal this one back, generate an opportunity. Big hit behind the wall, but Romer now fighting for it. He's got the puck for Oregon. Dumps it behind the Bluebird net with 10:50 to play. Janesville lofts a high one, nearly catches that lighting. Buskogger, though, puts it forward. Janesville grabs it there. They had a chance for an odd skater rush. Here they come the other way. Kulas into the center. Shot, and it's still loose and finally covered. Oh boy, Kulas to Risotto, and Daly just took away all of his space. Didn't allow him to have anywhere to look.
And that was a patient play as it developed. They kind of split apart. They got the pass they wanted. But again, Daly has that composure. He was calm. He didn't overreact and was able to seal it off.
Face off, near side of the Panthers zone. They do win that one, and going behind the net is Parker Schmidt of Oregon. Taps the puck up to the far side wall. Wiedholz through the tripod and keeps things moving forward. Bumps his man, sticks this one in, and offsides as he had to back his way across the blue line. One of his teammates got there first, and we'll get a neutralized faceoff.
Again, it seems like a chess match through the neutral zone. When either team has had the ability to get through kind of untouched, they generate some scoring chances. We're just not seeing that too often.
Face-off in neutral ice. Panthers win it back. Angle it off the wall towards Wiedholz. Knocked right back out by Janesville. Controlled there by Kulas. All the way into the Panther zone. Bryan, though, guns it along, and it'll be held by Janesville again. They'll check up on the delayed offsides with 10:05 to play. Parker Schmidt handling behind his own net. Taps this one for Wiedholz on the near side. Long pass catches Kulas in the face, and now Ayers has got a stride with it. Comes in on the left wing edge. Tries to wrap it into the center. It's knocked away, but at the center point, Schmidt holds it. Drops it off towards Bryan, and now a 2-on-1 coming the other way for Kulas. At the face-off dot. Kulas, the pass, and the shot goes well wide. That one came off the heel of the stick of Erickson and just wasn't quite able to put it on net. What a play from the Bluebirds.
Absolutely, and he's going to have nightmares about that one.
Bryan to Franken. Now here's Franken face-off dot. His shot is deflected into the safety netting. Spencer Bauer getting an active stick on defense. We'll get the out-of-play face-off.
And I got to say, if you're the coach of either one of these teams, you have to be really happy with some of the basics. People are getting sticks in lanes. They're getting sticks in front of pucks, and they're deflecting and really breaking up speed plays. So from the fundamental side, each team is really putting on a clinic.
Face-off won by Janesville in their own zone. Ends up behind the net, and now Erickson will fight for it there. Along the near side wall, Buskogger from the point. His shot knocks the stick of the defender out of his hands, and now striding along for that one is Cameron. Behind the net, Oregon into the center, and it's just out of the reach of Ayers. Up along that near side wall, and turning on it was Doscher. Behind the net once more. The loose puck this time will be gathered by Vogt. Vogt pushes it ahead in transition to Perkins. Perkins fights past his man, feeds into center. The shot is deflected away by Buskogger. Does not end up on the net. There's Vogt. Colton Daly and an attempted high stick knock-in. And I say high stick, not an inappropriate high stick, but an attempted bat is no good from Vogt. What a series from both teams.
Again, when they are able to get through the neutral zone, they're able to generate chances. And again, that's when the defense and the goaltenders have had to stand on their head.
Caden Peterson taps this one towards Oros. Instead knocked back by Janesville. Janesville's got a 3-on-1 on the line change from Oregon. Janesville drops it. It's Vogt in the slot. His shot is saved. Second chance, and it's scored. The Bluebirds come on a 3-on-1 thanks to a line change from Oregon. They get the rebound and put it past, making it 2-1.
We've talked about it so many times. When you're able to get second and third opportunities, it's always going to work out well for you. Oregon got tired. They tried to get that extra break, and they went for a late change, and that ended up with the odd man rush coming the other way. Daly's able to make that first save, but that second one just couldn't do it, and the Bluebirds are up 2-1.
Excellent use of the 3-on-1 by the Janesville Bluebirds. We'll get the call here for you, exactly who had the goal, who gets credited with the assist in just a moment. Off that faceoff, Janesville does control. They'll backhand it into their defensive zone. Oros trying to fight for this one, battling for it at the point. So Perkins from Rosado. Ian Perkins gets credit for the goal. Rosado credited with the assist. That puck knocked out of the danger zone by the Panthers. And here comes Laszlo Oros. He's got Rohrer on the left wing side. Oros chips it by. He'll follow this into the corner. Lifts it towards the opposite end with 7:44 to play in the second period. Nick Bryan chips at that one, but it's grabbed by Janesville. Panthers, though, able to skate it away, and here comes Rohrer. Rohrer through the center, loses track of that one. The Bluebirds have it once again. Toward Caden Kennedy, and he's able to slot it into the Panther zone before he goes for a change. Parker Schmidt behind his own net, finds Joe Romer. Romer sends a little one along, and I think just wanted to get that out of the zone. Panthers will regroup in their own territory. Parker Schmidt, long for Wiedholtz, and it's going to be too long. Hand is up, and icing is the call. With 7:10 to go, we'll head to the Panthers zone for a faceoff.
It seems what we're seeing is kind of one or two different decisions. We're seeing these long stretch passes, and they're about 50% of the time working out. The rest of the time, they're really just getting it to the blue line, dumping it in, and playing just old-fashioned dump and chase hockey. And again, that seems to be working for each team here.
Face-off in the Panthers zone. Buskogger's got it against the near wall. Able to move it forward to Wiedholtz in center ice. Here comes Wiedholtz. He's got Franken and Ayers with him. Into the low slot. A shot and a save. A big rebound. Franken a shot, and what a glove. They ought to dip that glove in gold and frame it on the wall. What a series of saves we've seen from Campbell so far this game.
Yeah, and the second one looked really good, but it was the first save that was a harder one because that went against the grain and he had to readjust. So again, great work, and Oregon is not giving up. They just need to get more traffic in front of him.
6:57 to play in this second period. Panthers fighting for that puck as it gets stuck in the near corner. Now poked out. Here's Ayers behind the net. Tries a little wraparound and gets pushed to the ice for his trouble. And Campbell easily turns it away. Loose puck is now sent ahead. That one coming toward Jake Schaffner. Schaffner against the near wall, trying to send it along, able to get it back towards the corner of the Panthers net. A big hit against Caden Peterson. Dropped into center, a shot and a score! They're able to send the pass from behind the net and slip it between the pipe and the pad of Colton Daly, and it is 3-1 Janesville.
Yeah, that was just good hard work from a physical play along the boards on the near side. That allowed them to get that position and possession behind the net. They pass it forward, a quick little shot, and Colton Daly had that leg just up enough to get the puck underneath. So now's the time where Oregon really has to focus, and they need to come out with something on the next couple shifts and make a statement.
Joe Romer in the faceoff dot for the Panthers. Janesville fighting for that one. They do finally come up with the puck, and they'll launch it into Panthers territory with 6:19 to go in this second period. We'll get the call here.
Number 13, Walker Coulis. Number 10, AJ Rosado.
And we've got an offsides call. So the goal is assigned to Caden Erickson, number 22. Walker Coulis and AJ Rosado get the assist. That Rosado's second assist on the night. And it puts the Bluebirds up 3-1.
Yeah, and right now a 2-goal lead could be an awful lot the way that goaltending for the Bluebirds has been. So Oregon's going to have to find a way to make some things happen.
And here they come. Speaking of, Romer battling through traffic, gets right up off of that puck. They launch it into the center. Here's Parker Schmidt. Schmidt's shot goes just wide. Wanted the deflection, but ended up wide of the cage. Panthers control. Oros has it stripped away from him, but Schmidt is following. A nice job to push it across to Nick Bryan. Oros in his own zone, leads it ahead, and here come the Panthers. It's Kyle Rohr, top of the near circle, moves around his man, low angle shot, and it's just high, and takes the safety netting with 5:37 to go.
Yeah, he had a little bit of daylight there in the top of that net. It's a hard shot to make, but he has the talent to make it.
Just missed that one, but this one will come out of the zone as he shot that one in a technical sense directly into the safety netting. So neutral ice faceoff with 5:37 to go in the second period. Panthers trail 3-1 against the Janesville Bluebirds. Bluebirds send that one across to Carter Anderson. Moves it up the near side. Almost chopped down in midair by Adam Franken. Now moving it through the middle of the ice, it's Jake Schaffner, their leading scorer, trying to get involved on offense. He's around one man, sends it into the middle. The shot is stopped by Colton Daly. And boy, that is the third time we've seen him get a pass right into the low slot, moving left to right across the goaltender's face. Daly able to make that one stop.
Yeah, and those are the ones you really don't like to see as a goaltender coming in, because that puck can bounce in so many different ways. But Daly, again, good, comfortable, confident, great composure, always helpful.
Face-off won by the Panthers, but it's trapped on that far side wall as they try and dig it out with 5:10 to play in this second period. Colton Ayers now able to move it up. He finds Adam Franken. Wiedholtz striding. Puck chopped at the blue line. It's Wiedholtz that does come up with it. The Panthers look to get spread out, move forward on offense. Buskager in his own zone. Panthers still with nowhere to go. Great forecheck by the Bluebirds. That pass up in front of the scorer's table, pushed in the face, and he got kind of eye-washed, was Colton Ayers, but the Panthers dig back behind their own net. Buskager up the near side wall. At the point, that one is held by Risotto and sent back down. Both teams fighting hard, and now the loose puck is grabbed, shot, and saved. And a little one-hopper from Caden Erickson, a nice glove by Colton Daly.
Yeah, and again, you look at the third goal he gave up. That's one he definitely would want to have back. I think he'd like to see that stick down a little bit. But the rest of the time, he's had really good composure. He's following the puck well, great positioning. It's going to take more than just that first shot to get by him.
4:50 to go in this period. Excuse me, 4:27. I misread the clock there. Battle in front of the blue line. Panthers do come up with it, and they'll look to move this one forward. Here comes Trey McKee. McKee has it poked off his stick. The loose puck comes towards the point, but the Panthers control there. Off the Nick Bryan stick, and now another 3-on-2 developing here for the Bluebirds. Bluebirds try the cross ice. They get the cross ice pass, but Peterson swings over the top on the one-timer attempt. 4:02 to go in this period. That shot deflects right into the low slot, but they can't get the trigger pulled. Panthers trying to get this one out. Really set up on offense are the Bluebirds. Big shot delivered there as the puck comes behind the net, and it'll be Parker Schmidt that comes up with it. Gives it away in the slot, though. Sent towards the wall, but nobody there except Panthers, and it's Trey McKee that's got it for Oregon. McKee behind his own net. Taps it forward. The one touch from Oregon, though, is taken by Janesville. Stopped in the slot by the Panthers, and McKee's got it there. Nice move by Trey McKee as he works his way into the Janesville zone. He'll get his teammates a change as he looks to just move this puck around, keep Janesville off of it. Here's Oros. Outer hash marks. Oros, bottom of the circle, feed across, and a score! Oh, what a setup! Oros to Joe Romer. And it's 3-2 as the Panthers cut the lead.
You knew that was going to happen eventually. Romer's been clicking, and Oros has been clicking, and that's the type of play that you've got to pull on a goaltender like this. That hard cross ice, get that goaltender moving left to right, and that makes all the difference in the world. Romer has been playing out of his mind, and that's what we need to see from him in this game.
Panthers get it done, make it look pretty. They cut the lead to 1. It's 3-2 in favor of Janesville now with 3:13 to go in this second period. That feed into center broken up. Loose puck is knocked away. Panthers on the near wall. That one's tapped. Should be no icing. And a nice job to stop it by J.C. Campbell. Trey McKee gets the secondary assist on that. Oros with the first assist, and of course Joe Romer with the goal. Campbell, a nice aggressive play out of the crease, and so we'll have a face-off in the Janesville zone.
You know, and it's funny because in the JV game, he had the same kind of opportunity. He was a little hesitant. In this game, he definitely did not hesitate, and that allowed him to get good coverage.
Face-off won by the Panthers. The shot deflects a little bit wide, but Oros has got it. Feed to center. Does not make it through. Good defensive play from the Bluebirds. Wide from Peterson. He catches that with the toe and sends it well wide to the left and high. Fight along the wall. Boy, Rohr is just battling for everything he's worth there. That one skips off a funny bit of the ice. Peterson's got it. He'll send it up towards the point, and there's Oros. Curls it around for the trailing Romer. Romer able to follow it. Face-off dot. Romer, a shot and a save. Big paddle gets down for Campbell and is able to block that one away. Romer and Oros in the middle, but they're not quite able to get it. And Risotto clears it out, moves it forward to Kulas. Skating behind the Panthers net, and that one's deflected in off a shoulder. We don't have a goal signal yet.
Yeah, I don't think that one's going to sit.
I think that came off his shoulder.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah. There's going to be a discussion.
No signal yet from the referees, and they're going to get together.
I would not be surprised if I see this one waved off.
I got to say, I like that play from behind the net. You know, put it in front, good things happen, but...
I saw a movement, and I think that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, you cannot punch the goal into the net. You know, if it just hits you, that's one thing.
And they're keeping it.
And they're calling it a goal. So, off of that, just a fluke play. Nothing Colton Daly can do about that. Janesville making it happen here every which way they can, and they extend their lead back to 2 with 2:11 to go in this period.
Yeah, and Coach Clemens wants to talk to the ref. And again, I saw a movement. I don't know if that's what hit the puck in, but I think that's what some of the call was, because there was no immediate signal. And at that point, without being able to say specifically it was knocked in, then that's kind of, I think, what he's explaining off the shoulder.
Looking at the referee, that's what he's saying, and that is what I saw as well. It did look like it just caught him in the shoulder and went in. Yep. That's what the referees saw as well. I like that they take the time to get it right. Unfortunately for the Panthers, though, it means they once again trail by 2. It's 4-2 with 2:05 to go in this second period. Puck in the Janesville zone, but they control it. They'll work it through center. Nice little move. We'll get the signal. A shot go just wide. Boy, he put a charge into that shot. I thought we were going to get the call for the goal. Oh, a lead pass to Franken off the delayed offsides is out of his reach, too high. And the Panthers are unfortunately not able to take advantage, so the icing will bring it back to their zone with 1:46 to go.
You know, and Oregon gets that great lift from getting that goal, and right away Janesville comes back and answers, and that's what you want to see. But Oregon definitely is not looking deflated. They just keep pushing.
Colin Peterson in the face-off dot does win it for Janesville. Vogt drags his way into the slot. His shot is blocked away by Nick Bryan. Will not let that one get through. The loose puck now gathered by Parker Schmidt. With 1:35 to go, Schmidt up along the wall to Adam Franken. Here's the call for the Janesville go. Erickson getting the goal. Kulas getting his second assist. That is Erickson's second goal. So 4-2 Janesville with 1:18 to play in this second period as they control in their own zone. Backhanded along, and that might not have been the right choice. We'll see if the Panthers can reorganize, and Colton Ayers will be the beneficiary. He's got that puck. Traps it along for Franken. Franken trying to work behind the net. It's stripped away from him. Oh, a huge hit delivered by Ayers. The loose puck, though, they can't quite grab it as they collide with each other. And now here comes a 3-on-2, 2-on-1. Vogt on the backhand. Shot and a save. A nice cover by Daly, and good defensive play to keep Vogt off the line. Vogt's got it again. Feet across a shot, and that one I think might have caught iron. Sounded like it.
I think it was the paddle of his stick.
Oh, okay. So the stick save from Daly. He's getting in the right position on some dangerous, scary-looking chances. That one's going to go down for icing from Oregon with 28 seconds to go. We'll head back to their zone for another faceoff.
Great big hit put in that far left circle, and then unfortunately he puts his own player down where the puck's right there. So that was a great opportunity. They weren't able to really capitalize on. But again, they're not giving up. They just keep pushing, and that's what you want to see if you're a Panthers fan.
With 28 seconds to go in this period, Panthers trail by 2 against the visiting Janesville Bluebirds. Face-off, far side of the Oregon zone. Controlled by Caden Peterson. Sends it along for Romer, but it's turned back around. Shot blocked and turned onto the near side for Oros. Buskogger follows him and sends it up that wall. Here comes Kyle Rohr. Rohr lets this man go by, pushes him to the ice, fights for that puck. Buskogger takes him, and he went up pretty high. A shot goes in, but there is going to be no goal.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. So Oregon signaling like they had a goal. There was a delayed penalty coming against Oregon, but if they did not put that in, that would count as a goal if that somehow went off of Janesville. So that's the discussion.
Yeah, I think the ref is saying right now the penalty was here. I don't know who touched the puck next.
Right. Buskogger guilty definitely of probably an elbow, it seems likely. So we'll get the official signals here. There's 8 seconds to go in the second period.
Because he got those elbows up way high.
Yep, Buskogger guilty of that penalty.
They still haven't indicated
face-off,
it.
so I don't believe there is a goal. I don't, because they were signaling that the face-off is going to be down in the Panther zone, which I suppose it would be regardless, but I don't believe we have a goal on this. So unfortunately, looked like the Panthers might get a freebie there. They do not.
Yeah.
And with 16:52 gone, 8 seconds remaining.
And I think what happened is Buskogger went in for the hit, and the Janesville player was just down a little bit, and that got the elbows up. It did not look malicious.
Face-off is sent into the middle. Backhand shot is saved. Second shot is covered by Daly. They called it roughing rather than elbowing against Buskogger with 1 second to go.
Then I got to be honest, I don't understand that call. Why are they pulling the goalie?
I'm not
1
sure.
second left.
Well, with 1 second to go, I'm still not sure that gets you that much of an advantage. Either way, that's what they try, and that is how the period ends. So Spencer Buskogger whistled for roughing right up at the blue line here, delivered a big hit, and the puck worked its way to the net. It must have been touched by a Panther. That must have been the signal. And so we'll go into the end of the second period. Panthers trail 4-2, and they're going to have a minute 52 of a penalty to kill off to start the third period.
But I got to be honest, I don't like there was a penalty that was happening. It definitely, in my opinion, elbowing. You call that roughing, you change the complexion there because that was not a ridiculously hard hit or anything else. So I guess that I question a little bit. Either way, both teams have found a lot of good, positive things to build on. Janesville finding the net 3 times in that period. Oregon finding it once. And again, just a real physical game, but nothing out of control.
Coming out here in the third period, the Panthers, despite battling back and playing really well throughout this period, are going to find themselves in a 2-goal hole. What do they have to do in this third period to dig out of it?
What I want to see is they've got to do a better job of getting bodies in front of Campbell.
This is a presentation of OCA Media Sports.
At Oregon Community Bank, our purpose for over 38 years has been to serve our customers. Our goal is to help them improve their financial lives with innovative banking products and services, coupled with unparalleled customer service. Doing banking the right way, bringing our skills and expertise to improve the financial stability to individuals and businesses is how we have grown. We call this feel-good banking. So give us a call. Drop into one of our convenient branches or connect online at OregonCommunityBank.com. Feel good about banking again.
Thank you for the hydration station.
Thank you for the new soccer bags.
Thank you for the scorer's table.
Thank you, boosters.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Stoughton Hospital and the Ortho Team Clinic. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee. So the goal for me is always to see patients who want to get back to their active lifestyle. The techniques that I use now allow patients to return back to the activities, including sports, faster than ever before.
This program is made possible with the funding from our generous sponsors. Oregon Community Bank, Feel Good Banking, the Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the Oregon community. The Oregon School District, actively building competence, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. Check out OregonBoosters.com for details. Stoughton Hospital, Oregon Urgent Care and Sports Medicine Clinic. Trusted care close to home. Torhorst Insurance, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things. Sonny's Kitchen, serving great coffee, delicious home-cooked meals, and award-winning desserts, located in the heart of Oregon. Oregon Tax and Accounting, serving the Oregon community since 2001. See Jim for all your small business and personal tax services. Firefly Coffee House and Artisan Cheese in the heart of downtown Oregon. Offering fresh bakery, daily lunch specials, soup and salads, along with hand-selected small batch Wisconsin cheese. OCA Media would like to give a special thanks to the Oregon Youth Basketball for the new wireless camera system. Please visit our sponsors and be sure to thank them for supporting OCA Media sports broadcasts of Panther Athletics. We'd love to have you as a sponsor. Drop us a note at ocamedia.com. You are watching Panther Athletics on OCA Media. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Send us your game day photos. Use hashtag OCA Game Day.
Welcome back, everyone. Zach Seeloff, Dan Graychuk here with you at OCA Media's coverage of Oregon Panthers boys hockey. The Panthers taking on the Janesville Bluebirds. Two very exciting periods of hockey thus far. We finished 1-1 at the end of the first. It is now 4-2 at the end of the second. Janesville getting a couple of very good ones and then one very strange one to cap off an exciting period of hockey. But the bottom line is the Panthers come out with a 2-goal deficit to try and dig out of, and they will be on the penalty kill for the first minute 52 of this period.
Yeah, and the Panthers have to keep their confidence. They can't kind of resort into bad habits. They've got to stay smart. They've got to play disciplined, and they can't let the Bluebirds continue to generate the scoring chances they did. They got those 3 goals in that period flat out by hard work in the corners. They were winning the 50-50 battles, and especially that last goal of theirs, which really took a lot of steam out of Oregon after they were able to get that second goal, which got them within 1. Hard work from Janesville has really propelled them in this game, and you can now see why they were able to play against Sun Prairie and against Middleton the way they did.
This is a very talented team, and it reminds me a lot of Oregon in that it feels like both of these teams are just at that threshold where they could cross into that next level, like a Middleton or a Sun Prairie or an Edgewood, and just haven't quite been able to find the key ingredients. So far in this game, Janesville's found a little more of it than Oregon has, and that puts Oregon on the back foot coming out here in the third.
It does, but it also gives, I think you get a little bit of an advantage then to Oregon, because they're going to come out and push as hard as they can. And we know this is a team that when they really want to go, they can. And again, right now you see Colton Daly going up to his bench, making sure that everybody's involved. He's talking to everybody, and that's what you want to see from your goaltender, that kind of leadership where he's like, look, 4-2, it doesn't matter. We just got to keep pushing. We got to keep going hard. We can do this.
We've got all 3 officials going over some paperwork at the Janesville bench. I'm not sure what that was about.
Yeah.
If we had a late lineup change, or maybe a player is not coming back, or they're suiting up one of their JV guys for a period. In high school, there is a rule that players can only play 5 periods per night. So some players play both JV and varsity. So maybe they subbed in somebody who had gotten some JV action and needed to add him to the roster.
Very possible, very possible. And, another thing, not to change the subject, but I'm watching You see Daly over there in his crease. He's keeping stretched. He's keeping loose. Campbell seems very, very comfortable. And I know in the last delay from in between the first and the second, he was definitely moving around, stretching out. And again, just the composure of these two goaltenders is really impressive to watch.
Big thanks to everyone who's tuned into us, whether you're watching us on Charter Cable, Channel 984, TDS, Channel 1020, or on YouTube on OCAmedia.com. Thank you for being here with us, whether you're a fan of Janesville or Oregon or just someone who likes high school hockey. We've got a big crowd out here for a Friday night game. Great to see everyone here after the holiday, and we are underway in the third period. Panthers on the penalty kill for another minute 48 as they fight it all the way into the Janesville zone to get things started. Activating defensively was Dosher, and now they'll send it forward loose in the neutral zone, and that one actually got caught up in the water, and that's what we talked about at the period break between the first and second. Just a little bit warm out today, and so the rink not freezing as quickly as they wanted. Janesville gets their first shot in. That's sticked away into the netting by Colton Daly. Face-off coming. Minute 26 left to go on the power play. 16:35 to go in the game.
Yeah, and the rink condition right now is going to benefit Oregon because Janesville's going to have a harder time moving that puck along the boards, especially on a power play. So, again, this is a little bit of a gift to Oregon.
Face-off far side of the Panther zone. Puck drops, and it's controlled by Janesville. Up towards the center point. Turn it around into the corner for Kulas. Takes a hip check against the wall, and a nice poke there by Joe Romer. And Romer wisely, he pursues, but doesn't pursue too quickly. And that puck, though, does get caught up in that water. Once again, the ice very slow, especially along the outer edges where water tends to pool. Minute 5 to go in the period. Cross-ice pass from Janesville, a little too strong. Wheatholt's able to turn it around. Nice job by Kulas to get a blade on it. Fighting through for the shorthanded attempt was Romer, but Janesville able to keep that one away from him. Little hit in front of the scorer's bench here, and that one's sent along again. The Panthers so far very solid on the PK.
Yeah, and again, I hate to point it out, but again, the ice condition is helping Oregon right now.
Caden Peterson lofts that one in. It's off the hand and moved forward by Janesville. Kulas in front of the penalty benches sends it along and immediately backhanded out by Oregon. 30 seconds to go on the power play. 15:37 to play in this third and final period. Janesville up 4-2. Against the Oregon Panthers. Cross ice, and it's Risotto. He's got 2 assists on the day. Stops up, tries to turn it around. Looking for the pass as they're set up on offense now. First time in this power play that they've got a good setup. Again, the puck affected by that heavy water resting near. We've only got 7 seconds left on the power play as the puck works its way behind the Panthers net. The Panthers do clear it down 2-1, and both teams are even strength, so the Panthers do a great job to kill that off. They're even strength again. Time to get on the attack as they need 2 goals here. Big hit again in front. The Panthers actually get the worst of it, but they do control the puck and work it up that near side wall. Into the center of the ice for Laszlo Oros. Here comes Oros. Oros works past one man and fights into the corner. The puck stops in the water, and they send it along to Kyle Rohrer. Center point, Caden Peterson. Down low, Joe Romer. Romer had trouble with it again, and we are really seeing an effect of that warm temperature.
Yep, and again, it's almost to a point where I think the refs should blow a whistle because, again, we've seen some players lose their edge on that as well.
Very, very tricky ice conditions, but both teams trying to fight their way through it. Here's Lucas Vogt. He had the first goal of the game, but it's poked right off his tape. The Panthers trying to work on the change, but the pass to Oros goes a little strong. They caught Janesville, I think, there on a difficult change. Now into the slot, and the shot is saved. Oros to Rohrer, a great save. Romer, a one-timer, working in the corner, and able to get on top with his legs is J.C. Campbell.
And again, puck coming along the far boards. Stuck up in the water, which gave Oregon the chance to get that up. And again, this is getting to be a little bit where I'm surprised the coach isn't even calling a timeout just to let that ice set a little bit more.
Oros with a killer pass to Rohrer. He puts a great shot on, but Campbell makes a good save there, and then a nice job on the second effort to keep it from getting to the back of the net. A long rim from Janesville ends up with Nick Bryan in the Panthers' defensive zone. Panthers clearing attempt is broken up, but they are able to send it clear under the stick, and now they'll get after it. Ben Wheatholt's putting some pressure on Carter Anderson. Anderson into center ice. Again, too strong, and it's Parker Schmidt that's got it for Oregon. Finds Adam Franken. Moving ahead, here's Colton Ayers with a nice move, and he finds Wheatholtz with some space. Wheatholtz shot, and again, That would have been a very tough save with the blocker, but J.C. Campbell makes it look easy with the glove.
And there was even a little bit of a screen in there, and he had to fight that off a little bit by pulling that glove down. But he looks just loose. You can just watch him as he sits there. Nice and loose, staying comfortable, and that's what you want to see in your goaltender. He's almost wiggling a little bit, and that's what you want to see, that kind of just composure and patience.
13:30 to play, and off the faceoff, a nice little speed run by Janesville. Caden Erickson to the faceoff dot. What a poke from Parker Schmidt, and doesn't allow the pass to get into the slot. Parker Schmidt with a killer back check there to disrupt a good offensive opportunity for Janesville. Up towards the point, that one will be stopped in, but the Panthers get it. Panthers have a potential 2-on-1 here. Lost the puck in the skates, but now here they come. Alex Barnish pushed off that puck very hard, goes to the ice. Janesville still fighting for it. Somehow the Panthers kept that one in the zone. Trey McKee sends it to the corner, but it's going to be grabbed and sent up towards Buskogger on the wall. Cleared out, and here comes Janesville. Moving it the other way for Schaffner. Into the center, but it's Trey McKee once again behind the Panther net. Stops up, and a nice little job off the wall to keep that one moving forward. At the point, it's tapped in. Delayed offsides, though, against Janesville. And it'll be McKee in front of the scorer's table. Hits his man on the pass. It's Romer. High slot and another glove. And it just seems like you are not going to beat Campbell on that glove side tonight.
Yeah, you look at the second goal. They got him moving side to side, and they got him in. He just seems so focused right now because these are not easy saves that he's making, and even his own players are coming over and tapping him.
12:28 to go in this game. Panthers trail by 2. Buskogger's shot deflects up, ends up with Colton Ayers. Into the center, and Romer's shot is deflected away. Swing over the top. It doesn't make it down, and the Panthers have it at the blue line. Keep it in. Here's Oros, top of the circle. Oros, a great move around his man. Face-off dot, and off the glove and into the safety netting. Didn't get all of it, but got enough.
That was the third time we've seen a shot like that, and I think it actually caught a little bit off his helmet, too. It kind of deflected it up, but we've seen that a couple times where they're going for that little nugget on that close part of the corner, and he just gets that glove up and is able to move that puck out of the way.
12-12 to go in the game. Face-off won by the Panthers. At the point for Nick Bryan. Bryan, a wrister in, wanted the deflection from Romer, but no good. Schmidt sends it in. Romer tries to tap that one, but it's stopped up by the defensive Cullen Peterson. Up for Lucas Vogt. He's got a 2-on-2 developing. His lead pass from behind the red line, though, is too strong. Icing the call. We'll head back to the Bluebird zone for the face-off.
Yeah, and get ready to see Oregon start taking a lot more chances. I think you're going to see defense activating more. They're going to try and get those shots out. And another thing that can happen is right now you almost feel snake bit. Every time you get a good opportunity, Campbell's been there. So you try that extra move when you don't need to. So they need to take a little bit more risk, but get some traffic in front of Campbell.
Franken in the face-off dot for the Panthers. Wins that one back. Janesville comes after it, but Bryan holds it. He launches a high one straight into the safety netting. And so we will bring this face-off into neutral ice with 11:52 to play.
And I think he was just looking to try and get it up to make Campbell stand. And again, they're making those quick decisions, and they just need to settle it back. There's still a lot of time left in this game.
Face-off won by Franken again. Bryan up against the wall, moves it for Rohr. Franken takes the entry. He's got a man across. There's Wiedholz, and he can't quite settle down the pass. Wiedholz gets back to the puck, though, sticks with it. Taken off his tape by Janesville and through their own slot. Turn it around into neutral ice. Parker Schmidt rifles it in, and the Panthers will give chase once more with 11:35 to play. It is 4-2 Janesville, and Janesville sends that one right out. Got a little underneath it. We'll have the face-off, in the Janesville zone.
Yeah, I'm looking for a set play to come out of Oregon here on some of these face-offs, where they're going to try and move somebody up in that right defensive spot, maybe a little bit further back to try and get an angle at the blocker.
Face-off is won by the Panthers. Buskogger's shot right into the waiting glove of J.C. Campbell.
They need to get that center going and activating a little bit faster in because, again, you were able to see that shot go straight in. So right idea, and they're winning these face-offs. They just need to get some more screen time in.
Cameron wins that face-off. Peterson drags it back, sticks with the puck, and they're able to turn it around and send it beneath the net for Trey McKee. Panthers into the slot. Shot is blocked. Still fighting for it is Simon Dosher. Dosher with a spinorama. McKee across and just unable to connect on the deflection. Panthers still fighting up along that near side wall. Spencer Bauer puts his man to the ice, but the puck trapped in neutral zone by Oregon. still fighting for this puck, and they get it. Dosher and Cameron both pursuing. Cameron gets a touch on it, but Janesville able to whistle it out into the neutral zone. 10:56 to play as the Panthers try and get a line change. Dosher pops out, but they can't get anyone else to the bench. Janesville dumps it into the Oregon zone. Buskogger able to lift it along the glass and clear into neutral ice. Little touch by McKee, and now Cameron will give a chase for Oregon. He's got it at the point. McKee along with Cameron. Boy, McKee goes down hard as he loses an edge deeper in Janesville territory. Panthers drop it back to Buskogger defensively. Up towards Oros. He sends this one lightly on net. Campbell stops it up. Panthers giving chase, and it's Joe Romer that will grab it in the corner. To Colton Ayers now towards Oros. Oros all alone, shot off the shoulder. Oh boy, Oros has still got it. Pushed from behind, but hangs onto the puck. Laszlo Oros drops it behind the net for Romer. Romer pushed to the ground, but pops right back up. He's got it again. Up towards the point, Panthers cycle. Bryan, shot is just wide. Boy, he wanted that low part near the post. Couldn't get it. Bryan center point now. That shot is fought off with the blocker on the opposite side where we would expect the glove. Shot comes in low angle, and it's saved by Campbell again. Bauer's got it now for the Bluebirds and is able to get it out. That one may come down for icing, and it does. Oh boy, and a late hit from Parker Schmidt.
Yeah, but
he got into it with that player, Caden Kennedy.
That was on the linesman. That was a late whistle on that icing. And so Parker had to assume that he had to play the body. So I think a little bit of a late whistle, and that's what caused that contact.
Face-off will come back to the Janesville zone after the icing call. The Panthers, boy, you put Oros in that position. He scores more often than not. A great job just to shrug the shoulder by Campbell and get the save. Panthers win the face-off control at the point. Send a shot in, and a nice glove from Campbell to freeze it down and force another face-off.
And I think they want to come from that right side. They get that better angle looking for the blocker, because again, that's where you want to be, or you want to open his legs, get a can opener, and just snipe something right between them.
Janesville does win the face-off, but it's Bryan that holds at the point for Oregon. Sends a light one in, and Franken's got it behind the net. Franken in towards the center, and a great deflection away, that time by Colin Peterson. Bryan holds it at the blue line. He'll activate, send it into the net, and picking it up off the ice with the glove is Campbell once more.
Boy, in this period so far, Oregon has dominated possession. They're getting good opportunities, and they're getting their cycle going, and you're starting to see a little bit of fatigue setting in on Janesville, because when you're stuck playing defense against a good cycle, it's hard.
9:18 to play in this game. Panthers trail by 2. But they get the puck behind the net for Adam Franken. His attempt to center is knocked away to the wall, but he follows it up. Franken at the center point, curls it back around. Top of the circle, shot is deflected away. Wiedholz with a second chance, sends to the point for Peterson. Buskogger now from the blue line, shot off the pad, loose and covered by Campbell. Wiedholz dives in there to get an attempt, but Campbell with good coverage on the rebound.
And again, now they're starting to get that traffic, those bodies going in front, and you saw there, especially Franken, coming across, so getting the opportunities, and again, it looks like there's a little fatigue setting in here in the Bluebirds.
Romer will take the face-off against Walker Kulas. Kulas wins it to the wall, but the Panthers are going to fight for it. Ayers trying to dig it out there. Bauer turns it around behind the net. Striding after it are the Bluebirds. Little overskate and trying to get something out of here. Oros putting some physical pressure on. Nice steal. Trying to feed into center from Ayers. He's got in the corner, now finds Buskogger. Top of the circle. Buskogger's shot no good. Deflection no good. Wrapped into center, but nobody there but Bluebirds. They'll try and turn it the other way. Accelerating along with this one is Schaffner. His shot, a pad save. Backhand on the rebound goes high and over the crossbar. Behind the net, a nice little swipe from the Panthers. Maybe got away with the hand pass there.
You can do hand pass in your own zone.
With 8:21 to go, now Romer putting some pressure on Bauer here. Forces Bauer to the edge, and Romer steals the puck away for Ayers. Bottom of the circle, feed in towards center, poked away, a nice active stick from J.C. Campbell. Oros got it at the Zamboni door, finds Ayers. Ayers got Romer in the slot, a shot and a save. Wind and a drive from Parker Schmidt, and the deflection takes it away.
Off the shaft of Campbell's stick.
Campbell using every bit of that paraphernalia to get the job done. 7:50 to go in this third and final period. The Bluebirds up 4-2. Panthers dig the puck off the wall. Oros has got it, taking his time, turns around the other direction, drops it off for Ayers. Parker Schmidt finds Ayers at the faceoff dot. Drops it in center, but it goes past the intended target. Up towards the point. Parker Schmidt is going to take a shot here. The deflection is just wide. Down low is Alex Barnish. She chips that one back on the rear wall. The Panthers got all their forwards changed, but Cameron able to get involved there right in front of the Zamboni door. High puck and out of play, and we will have another face-off here, 7:19 to go.
I'm starting to see a pattern. Look at, and again, we've talked about the JV game, but nobody really got to see it. They dominated that game, winning 4-1 going into the third, but they're getting tired. So you got to wonder how many of these players are gassed because they are not winning the battles they were earlier in the first and the second.
Alex Barnish does not win that faceoff. Instead, Janesville's got it. Off the stick, the puck to the near wall. Lucas Vogt trying to dig this one away. Behind the net, Vogt sends it up the near side wall, but that'll be held by the Panthers, and a shot from the point is just wide. A nice one on the ice. Nick Bryan stops up at his own point and crosses this through center. Intended target's not able to grab it though, and again, it's the Bluebirds moving it up. At the point, a big hit from Dosher, and that puck loose in center ice. Panthers slap at it, send it in. Cameron putting some pressure on, but a nice job to turn it around by Vogt. He's around one man. He's got a couple skaters with him. Drops that off. Oh boy, diving and taking the shot, and he is hurt. I'm not sure who that is, but that got him in the abdomen, above the breezer, below the chest protector. What a job to slide in and stop that shot. I still can't see the number on who it is.
I think it's 8.
That's
I think it's
Adam Franken.
And yeah,
Franken is going to go right off. Boy, that is the one thing playing hockey. That abdomen is largely unprotected, and he eats that one up right in the gut.
Yeah, he really did, and he laid himself out. He's going right to the locker room. We are not seeing him back.
No,
I really
sure
don't
hope
think
he's
so.
all right. That was number 6, Nick Bryan. Sorry, not
Bryan?
number 8. It was number 6, Nick Bryan. So give all the credit in the world to Bryan. I sure hope he's all right.
I, as a goaltender, I know what it feels like through the stinger or the chest you wear, and that hurts even with that.
Off the faceoff, it is Janesville that controls the neutral ice as they try and move it forward. Hammett with it for the Bluebirds. He's pushed off the wall, the student section liking the contact. And the Panthers have the puck, turning it the other way. Kyle Rohrer's got it. Can't get through the tripod, but the puck sticks with the Panthers as Buskogger sends it up the near wall. Wiedholt's there to put some pressure on, and here comes Franken. He's got Rohrer with him. Franken to the top of the circle, round his man. Franken tries to wrap it in on the low angle, put it off the back of Campbell, and just not quite able to do that.
Yeah, he was trying to get that extra little bit of leverage, but he was just unable to.
Buskogger's got the puck for the Panthers. Sends one along, a stretch pass for Wiedholtz. No ice the call, and Janesville overskates. Wiedholtz puts the pressure on. Rohrer there as well, but they're able to cross it into center ice for Erickson. He taps ahead and finds Schaffner. Schaffner, low angle. His centering pass is dangerous, but no one able to get a stick on. Panthers find Rohrer. He's 1-on-2. Works his way to the outside as his team gets a change. What a move around traffic. A shot, a save, a second shot, and a score! Kyle Rohrer just trying to eat up time. Shows what he can do with the puck, and then second effort to score.
Rohrer, I said it earlier, somebody put a quarter in him and wound him up, and that was just killing time. It was 1-on-2, 1-on-3, and he got that first shot, second shot, and I don't think Campbell realized that it jumped over that leg pad, and that is a huge score for Oregon.
Panthers back within 1. It's 4-3 Janesville with 5:23 to go. New life in the crowd here for Oregon, and a big crowd out here tonight with us at the Oregon Community Ice Arena. Center ice face-off. It'll be Kulas versus Romer. We're going to send both of them out, and we will bring in instead Colton Ayers to take on Caden Erickson. Ayers wins it back, and the Panthers control. Romer hanging on to that puck, sends that one across. He is behind the red line though, and it is icing.
One thing I want to say, just a little bit of good news. I saw Nick Bryan stick his head outside the locker room after the goal, so he's moving around. I don't think we're going to see him back in the game, but again, he's definitely moving around a little bit.
Excellent, that's good to hear. And Adam Franken credited with the assist on the Kyle Rohrer goal. Face off in the Panther zone after the icing call. They control it. Aiden Leatherberry trying to move this one forward. In front of the net, they can't get a shot. Now a second chance from Vogt, and Leatherberry blocks the shot from, oh no, almost in, second chance. And a goal. They are able to get the loose one in. Leatherberry did such a job to keep the first one from going in there. but in all the confusion, they find a way to the back, and just like that, it's a 2-goal lead again, 5-3 with 4:59 to go.
Past 2 goals Oregon scored where they started to show a lot more life. Janesville has been able to come and just put another one in. But again, this game is far from over with 5 minutes left. I would not be surprised if we see another goal or two here.
Even strength goal for Janesville makes it 5-3, 4:59 to go. As soon as we have the call, we'll let you know who gets credited with that one out of the scrum. Panthers coming forward. Here's Colton Ayers. Vogt unassisted on that goal. Lucas Vogt had their first goal, which was an unassisted shorthander in the first period. Up towards the point, Buskogger, his shot is deflected in front. Ayers gets it and turns around towards the point, chipped out by Janesville. Working his way forward again as Ayers. He'll dump that one in, and the Panthers will give chase with 4:33 to play in this game. They trail by 2 against the Janesville Bluebirds. Bluebirds with a 2-on-2. They're going to chip it, and you hear their coach calling. He wants a line change. He wants 5 new skaters out there.
Yeah, and they need to because they are getting gassed out there.
Buskogger with it on the near side after he got it back from Ayers. Sent back into center ice, and it'll be Caden Peterson that gathers for the Panthers. Buskogger gets tied up with his man, but it loses the puck to Kulas. Kulas wraps into center, nobody there but Panthers. But at the point, held nicely by Janesville. Another pass through center. What a leap by Joe Romer to get over the falling Janesville Bluebirds player. And they'll send it back to him on that near wall with 3:50 to go. Franken, stretch pass to Oros. He's able to get the touch on, and will pursue behind the net. Nice job to stop it up. Oros, just a stick handling machine. Feed to Rohrer in the center, but it doesn't make it through traffic, and it's Vogt. No, excuse me, that's Jake Schaffner who's got it. Poked off his tape, and the Panthers turn it the other way off the change. They've got a chance for Wiedholz. Wiedholz has got Franken, feeds it to him, a shot, and a score! Ben Wiedholz to Adam Franken. They exploit the line change, and we're back within 1.
You know, one thing we've talked about all season, or at least I've harped on, is on-ice communication. You want to hear your players and your partners out there yelling, and I started hearing somebody yelling, and I look over and there's wide open skaters, and that's the kind of thing that good communication brings in, and that's a great play setup, and that puts Oregon right back in it. They just can't let the Bluebirds do what they've done the past 2 goals Oregon has scored.
What a pass from Ben Wiedholz to find Adam Franken right in the front and get it past Campbell. It's what you talked about. Campbell not giving up those sniper shots tonight. Instead, they're having to work it in front, and they have successfully done that now. Franken with the goal. Wiedholz with the assist. Rohrer just trying everything he can. Coming back the other way, though, is Janesville, and they'll chip that one along with 2:55 to play. Panthers have a chance here as Wiedholz has got it again. Nice move around one man. They'll rifle that one in as he takes a big shot up against the boards, but the Panthers want 5 new skaters. 2:42 to go in this game as Janesville carries it up in the person of A.J. Risotto. At the blue line, held by Janesville. Panthers regather in their own zone. Buskogger, high off the glass, into the hip pocket. Oros trying to move it forward, and he's able to fight past his man. Oros to the center for Joe Romer, but it's bouncing and gets over his tape. Janesville now trying to move this forward with a 3-man rush, but into the corner, Buskogger will have it. Dumps it behind the net, and it's Colton Ayers back to Buskogger. Giveaway in the center. Buskogger blocks the shot, then takes his man off it. Panthers tap ahead. Here comes Joe Romer. Way to stay onside for Romer. Takes it all the way behind the net. Pushed up against the wall. Wrap into center. Ayers shot. Blocked. Buskogger shot. Also blocked. You can tell that Janesville is tired out there trying to get after it was Caden Erickson, and he just didn't have the legs. Panthers get the change, but they will pursue this puck. Wrapped into center, here comes Oregon again. What a job to keep on his feet after that puck by Adam Franken, but here comes Erickson. Wind, and it's too tall. No call on that one. Parker Schmidt has got it. Panthers coming again. Losing the puck, though, and it's fired in by Janesville, so no offsides. They're able to turn this one around, though. Move it ahead to Ian Perkins on the near side of the Panthers zone with 1:24 to go. You know Oregon wants to get Colton Ayers to the bench. Here comes Adam Franken. Ayers heading to the bench. Adam Franken, near side, drops it in for Rohrer. Rohrer, shot through the wickets, hit the post! Hit the post with the shot. Trying to get the empty net goal on the Panthers. Delayed penalty coming. We've got a tripping call. That's going to go against Lucas Vogt. And the Panthers will have 1:07 of a power play to try try and tie this up.
And that was a penalty that was brought on by just pure being gassed. This gives Oregon the opportunity to have 2 extra bodies out there. And the way they've been moving that puck, they seem to have solved the riddle of Campbell by getting that puck moving east to west. And that's what they're going to look to do. I would be very surprised if Janesville does not call a timeout here.
And that is, and you are just about right. So we will go to a timeout. Minute 7 to go in this game. The Panthers are now going to be 6-on-4 because they will have Colton Daly pulled down 5-4, but you're absolutely right. They have figured out the formula, so to speak, against a very tough goaltender in J.C. Campbell. What a game.
You know, this is a conditioning game, and it seems to me, and again, I could be wrong, but it really looks like the Panthers have that extra step. Either it's because they want to get that goal, but they seem to have that extra little bit. And, you know, you never want to see a player go out, but after Brian went out, they stepped it up. I mean, when you got a player that lays it out like that, you want to go and do something for them. So you got to wonder if that's kind of what is going on here.
Let's really highlight the sacrifice by Brian, because a lot of times as a defender, you'll go down to your knees or keep that shin up to block the shot. He went down onto his butt, so he's sliding just seated along the ice just to block it with his torso. That is that's a heck of a sacrifice.
It really is, and it was a play that had to be made because the scoring chance was developing. And since that point, Oregon has really begun pushing and pushing and pushing. So now we're sitting here with a little over 1 minute left. You've got a gassed Janesville Bluebirds team. You have 2-man advantage for Oregon. There's an awful lot of bodies out there, which means a lot of traffic, and that is definitely to their advantage.
The Panthers have a huge opportunity, just 67 ticks left on the clock. It's a 2-minute power play, but that won't matter depending on how this goes. The Panthers have pulled the goalie. They have an empty net. Colton Daly on the bench in favor of the 6th attacker. Faceoff is won by the Panthers. Oros works his way around, loses his man again with that spin move. Oros to the point. It'll be held by Nick Bryan. Oros now down at the inside hash marks. Franken behind the net. Oros, low angle. Oros guns one towards the corner, but can't get it to go. The Panthers are going to have to get back and get this one. Erickson putting some pressure on. Nick Bryan's got it. Stops up behind his net, and the Panthers will stretch it out. Ahead to Adam Franken. Franken to Rohr. Rohr's got it. Finds Franken trailing behind him, and he'll go behind the net. 33 seconds to go in this game. Nick Bryan's got the puck. Panthers trail by 1, 5-4 against the Janesville Bluebirds. Oros' shot is gloved very cleanly by J.C. Campbell.
Now, you know, I almost hate to say it because you got it. If you're Campbell right now, you may be having a flashback to the JV game where, again, it was the same thing, coming back and being able to tie it up with just a handful of seconds left. And they're getting the traffic there, so Campbell's got to stay focused.
Panthers face off in the far side of the Janesville zone. Win that face-off, it's controlled by Nick Bryan. Bryan shot off the paddle and into the safety net. A nice shot to the low corner, but a good save from Campbell.
They want those face-offs on that far circle. They're getting their best looks and their best chances from there, and they're winning these face-offs.
22 seconds to play in this game. 6-on-4 is the skater advantage. The face-off is won, but it's won out of the Janesville zone. Cross-ice pass to Oros. One touch, and the Panthers with their last opportunity to move it forward. Ayers to Franken with 10 seconds to go. Outer hash marks. Franken a shot, and it's saved away. Kyle Rohr's got to get this one in. Oros from the point. The shot is too tall. Second chance is still loose. One more chance, and it is blocked. As the clock expires, a tremendous penalty-killing effort from Janesville is enough to hold things up and preserve their victory. The Bluebirds win 5-4.
I got nothing. I mean, that was just everybody out there gave it every ounce of what they had, and Campbell had to be quick because there were a couple of those final bouncers coming in. Each of these teams can hold their heads up high because they played one heck of a game.
A beautifully played hockey game from both teams. As you said, Panthers made the adjustments in the third period, started to figure out a tremendous freshman goaltender in J.C. Campbell, but in the end, he proved to be just too much, just enough for his team, especially on that last minute 7 of a 6-on-4. and he secures the victory for the Bluebirds. So before we get going, one player from each team, your player of the game, who do you like?
Not going to do it. I'm going to do something different.
Okay, what do you like?
Whole teams. Here's the thing. This game was a teamwork game. You had people that you could point to that said, yeah, they did this great or they did this great. But that really kind of overlooks all those little things, all those little blocks, those little chips, those little things. This was a team game. This was a team win for the Bluebirds. This was the best team effort I've seen from Oregon this season. So I'm just picking each team.
Okay, I like that. I am going to go with individuals, though, because I want to highlight these two guys. First, for the Bluebirds, J.C. Campbell, a freshman that comes in relief. So we talked to the coaches for Janesville before the game. They told us they had planned to platoon. I don't know, though, if they planned to do it that early. It was 10 minutes in, 7 minutes in, so with 10 minutes on the clock in the first period after Koss gave up the goal to Laszlo Oros, and he just played a tremendous game. He gives up 3, but not because he didn't play well. He played phenomenally well. Outstanding work to the freshman goaltender.
Yep.
And then for the Panthers, Nick Bryan. Nick Bryan had a great game anyway, and then that final move to sit down in front of that shot and just eat it up, keep Janesville off the board and keep his team in the game. That was a tremendous play, a tremendous effort play, and a team play in the sense that that's what you need as a team. You need a guy to make a sacrificial play like that to keep everyone else in it, keep them going. And like you said, it really lit the fire for the Panthers. They come this close to winning. I think he's our player of the game for sure.
Yeah, it's hard for me not to pick goalies as the players of the game. And with a performance like that, it's almost guaranteed I am. But there were so many things that I saw, the little things. You go back to the one hit that could have been a check from behind in the first period that each player knew it wasn't dirty. They tapped each other, they went. Then you had the Janesville player who jumped over the goaltender when he easily could have run him. And again, it was those little character things that it just really makes me feel happy that we're at a hockey game.
This was a lot of fun, a great way to start off this new decade here in 2020. Folks, that's going to do it for us from the Oregon Community Ice Arena. For everyone here at OCA Media, our camera operators, our producers, our directors, and my partner, Dan Graychuk, my name is Zach Steeloff saying so long, take care of yourselves, and take care of somebody else. Good night, everybody.
This is a presentation of OCA Media Sports.
At Oregon Community Bank, our purpose for over 38 years has been to serve our customers. Our goal is to help them improve their financial lives with innovative banking products and services, coupled with unparalleled customer service. Doing banking the right way, bringing our skills and expertise to improve the financial stability to individuals and businesses is how we have grown. We call this Feel Good Banking. So give us a call. Drop into one of our convenient branches or connect online at OregonCommunityBank.com. Feel good about banking again.
Thank you for the hydration station.
Thank you for the new soccer bags.
Thank you for the scorer's table.
Thank you, boosters.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Stoughton Hospital and the Ortho Team Clinic. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee. So the goal for me is always to see patients who want to get back to their active lifestyle. The techniques that I use now allow patients to return back to the activities, including sports, faster than ever before.
This program is made possible with the funding from our generous sponsors. Oregon Community Bank, Feel Good Banking, the Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the Oregon community. The Oregon School District, actively building competence, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. Check out OregonBoosters.com for details. Stoughton Hospital, Oregon Urgent Care and Sports Medicine Clinic. Trusted care close to home. Torhorse Insurance, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things. Sonny's Kitchen, serving great coffee, delicious home-cooked meals, and award-winning desserts. Located in the heart of Oregon. Oregon Tax and Accounting, serving the Oregon community since 2001. See Jim for all your small business and personal tax services. Firefly Coffee House and Artisan Cheese in the heart of downtown Oregon. Offering fresh bakery, daily lunch specials, soup and salads, along with hand-selected small batch Wisconsin cheese. OCA Media would like to give a special thanks to the Oregon Youth Basketball for the new wireless camera system. Please visit our sponsors and be sure to thank them for supporting OCA Media sports broadcasts of Panther Athletics. We'd love to have you as a sponsor. Drop us a note at ocamedia.com. You are watching Panther Athletics on OCA Media. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Send us your game day photos. Use hashtag OCA Game Day.